Yeah.
Right, we are back with another episode of Survivors of Tarnstead. We're going to start in our usual manner of introduction. First up, we have Blackheart as.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Marsh.
We have Kronos as.
Argiolera.
We have Hatdan as.
Tilde.
We have Marcus as.
Corvus Ardalas.
We have Sammy as.
Gifton Graysteel.
We have Tobias as.
Mm.
Caspi appeals still shot.
And we have me, Yuli, as your friendly DM. Also, the way I said usual manners had some real I'm going to crucify
Manners.
Brian energy.
Oh, I thought you were going with Mariners.
Mariners.
Would you like to
No,
give the
ship
recap?
people.
What?
Who
No.
wants to do the
Who wants
recap?
to do the recap is what she asked. I'm flipping to my notes because I don't remember if this is the right notebook.
I can give the recap. I'm going for 3 in a row.
Okie dokie.
All right, going for 3 in a row. Last time on Survivors of Tarnstead, we continued talking to people in the past, or what I like to call my present. The group was in the Feywild, in a newly created castle of the Fey that Gifton and Dingus had somehow constructed. We know it was Gifton, but Gifton will deny it till the day she dies. We waited for the unicorns to show up. We met said unicorns. We met a satyr at one point. We got led by the unicorns all the way out of the Feywild, where we could see that there was a camp out in the material plane of Barast or Noran or some part of that continent, Laril, and there was voices. We decided not to hide ourselves in any way, and by decided I mean I just decided to go blundering forward, making a lot of sound and yelling for Titania and Oberon, which caused the camp to get dispersed briefly. Goliath came out and was very "who the hell are you?" and they also had with them a half Goliath, half elf woman who looked kind of amazing, and her giant fucking wolf that clearly was way too intelligent to be a wolf. Turns out they were Titania and Oberon. They put the Goliath to sleep. We had a conversation with them. We eventually got them to accept their crowns. We found out an amazing story from them that about a centaur that was trying to help somebody make a baby, and that it didn't work out, and then that person blamed the centaur for why the baby didn't get made. And then Gifton reiterated the story as about a doctor who was a foot fixer who wanted to get their friend back who died, and may have had multiple different other people that they tried to get help from, and when it didn't work out, he blamed their information and got mad at them, and may have gone a little on the crazy side. And it was a big allusion to the fact that Morgani is basically used a pact with Titania and Oberon to try to bring back Lawlessil, and that may have somehow affected her and made her go crazy. We then confirmed it when we went back to Heia's continent, and we checked with the Magic Tree Box Traveler and found out that it seems that a lot of that stuff can be corroborated with Traveler's information. We gave that information to Heia, and there was various discussions of, Heia, maybe like you might want to distance yourself from us a little bit because it might be better with the gods and shit like that. She's very much, no, I don't want to send the wrong messaging. The messaging is you guys are my friends and I stand with my friends and I should be able to stand with my friends. And she was very, very adamant that she wants to stand with her friends because she's a sweet little girl and she doesn't know better. We discussed various things. We found out that Luther and Harcount are having their last day-night cycle, because I think it was daytime when we got there. But basically at sunrise the next day, they are going to have a kind of living funeral or unliving funeral, and we're going to watch them all dissipate at dawn. And we kind of agreed that we were going to be there for that. And that's very sad. And we went and talked to Valda and the others, corroborating that we're all sad, and gave them the information that we had and gave them something new to work on. We found out Speary was hiding in the ship the whole time. I've been here the whole time. The spiritual is offering to help be the anchor for Morgani. I feel like that might be a slightly selfish reason because, you know, she might want to dip into that that great piety system in the sky that Morgani's attached to, but they're already connected, I figure. Then the group of us were all kind of sent out into the city. A bunch of us went out anyway to go get tours and hang out and just kind of have some decompressed time, because there's really nothing a lot of us can do right now. I think Telde and I don't know, is Carrick back in the box?
We're going towards a spaceship.
Yeah, you guys are doing spaceship stuff because some people are trying to figure out the shuttle. But I think Cassie was out. I was out. I don't know, was RG out or was she in?
RG's out.
RG's out. Was Corvus and Echo out or in?
Out.
Okay, out. So there is basically possibly Telde and Carrick were the ones still at the box.
Yeah, I hadn't left.
And
Cassie's definitely out because I had tall, dark, and evil glaring, trying to kill me with looks.
It's just Emorian
the
angels. Emorian angels just look that way. But the other thing is we did have a brief reunite with Priestess Shala, who doesn't really know us anyway, but kind of knew Cass. And I think that was everything. And we did leave off with I have Lucy and Raziel
Turiel
babysitting me while I'm taking my kids around, just shopping in the marketplace. And Cassie was wandering around with Millie and probably some acolytes and being death stared at by an Immor angel. And that's what we did.
Right, very
Can I
nice.
have a standard?
Go ahead and then take a heroic.
Give me the standard. How many can I have up to my
your proficiency?
potions? Yeah, I don't like these. This is giving me a pyre on those. It's not good. Oh, this one looks like a sphinx. Cool.
Right. We are going to pick up with the box crew. Telde and Carrick.
Yes.
Yes, Traveller has led you into a newly created room, which is a rather large hangar. You've seen hangars before, what with airships and so on.
You put your coats on them, right?
Yeah.
Big coat there.
In the middle of the hangar is what was the shuttle turned into?
But it would not be that by now.
Was it
only a
released?
temporary. It would have been released, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
I was
only did it long enough to get it in there. It was a snail. I brought it inside. I found some place to set it down.
I was going to say, because I never had to let it go part, so I need to make sure.
I'll let it go. Let it
Right.
go.
In the middle of the bay is this strange white vehicle. You see a couple of terminals off to the sort of side of it that Trevor seems to have set up. Yeah. It seems to have some patterning on it. There is writing that that you can understand because Traveler's a bastard.
Yuli once again curses herself.
It's fine. I also have a circle of comprehend languages, so I would eventually figure it out.
Okay. The script on it, which you can tell that you're not exactly reading it so much as you're looking at it, and it is being passed to you.
Okay.
Does say Southwest time.
Damn it, okay. They use those naming conventions.
This is
Got it, Brast is California.
Is that where we're supposed to take it?
I...
Can you read that also, Telde? You see, it's called just so.
This is exactly what I thought would happen with this.
Yeah,
I wasn't accounting for this being translated.
I'm not sure if that is an instruction. It may be similar to the naming of boat.
They name boats after places? Like, is this out of character? Do they name boats
Yeah.
after places? Okay.
Usually after women, but it is not unheard of.
I guess it could, although I guess that means wherever this comes from, Southwest time sticks around. So.
Or it is fondly remembered in the same way that you remember Tarnstead
No.
after a horrible, horrible occasion.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, like the USS Carolina.
Thought that was named for a song.
I thought it was named after a person. Oh, that's Carol. Never mind.
No, the North Carolina is named for a person.
All these different names.
I hate the fact that the name North continues on.
Gonna. Does this have a door shape to it? Because we're kind of rushing as we went through it.
You start to wander around it, and the back of it seems to have something that resembles a hatchway.
Mm-hmm.
It's
handles.
It's no handles. There is a. It's larger than a standard door. Looks like a sort of double doors, almost a bit bigger than that, wider than it is tall. Basically encompasses the entirety of the back of this vehicle. There is on one of the doors what looks like to be a sort of flat piece of glass, black glass that you've seen before, and you have seen in use when you visited the time cops. You know that stuff displayed stuff that they interacted with.
I thought you were trying to describe a window to us.
No, I'm trying to describe a LCARS system without saying LCARS, and it's turned off.
I like the idea of it's just not knowing your window is.
You've lost this game of password. Going to tap it.
Okay, it lights up.
Ooh, wasn't sure that would happen.
Yeah, I had to think about your metal fingers for a second, but I figured they account for that.
Yeah. Derek's gonna try the opposite thing and pretend this is like the
Warforged
whole...
can't use touch screens.
Okay, that would suck. Well, no, they just fixed it in the future by changing the fingers they have. Derek's gonna try to try to describe the double doors that fold towards the sides, like you push them in to push them to the sides.
Japanese style.
Yeah, like on. I wish I could remember what the name is, but yes, you're basically trying to fold the door by pushing on it.
Okay.
No, I'm not just putting all my strength.
Okay. In that case, nothing happens. Telde, you can see it's a colourful little display, and the auto translate kicks in after a moment, and you can see that it is asking for basically. Actually, no, it's unlocked. It just has a thing of open. It also has a option to cycle. Why it would need to cycle somewhere, no idea. But there is also a lock function.
I will press the open, or what appears to say open.
Okay.
So I may in fact be tapping the word and supposed to hit a button beside it. I don't know.
Right, there's a little confirmation beep, and then the doors, in fact, open up outwards, splitting in the middle. Because I'm not directly stealing Star Trek. This is original.
Back up.
Do not steal.
Being smacked by a door.
But yeah, they actually thankfully open rather slowly, safely, you might think.
We need to fix that.
And it reveals just a small sort of interior. You can see there are a row of seats. There's a sort of weird wall support column with a gap in it. There's a couple of little storage things you can see, and then there is a door further in.
Wall
It's
support
carpeted.
Column.
I'm guessing we have carpet. My brain just suddenly thought I've
Yes,
never
you-
had
you
a description
do.
of that in the world.
Have carpet.
Okay.
It's a fancy person thing, but carpet exists.
It just never thought it never came up during the game show. Was a is that a thing?
Yeah, I guess otherwise, at least we'd have rugs.
Yes.
So we'd have a
Yeah.
general.
Rugs are way more common. Carpeting tends to be a pretty high up thing. Yeah.
Well, might as well try going in. Character's gonna step in.
I will stay outside in case it attempts to lock you in.
Thank you. It's actually probably a good idea. I didn't think about that.
How long can you hold your breath?
I've never tried. Probably a while. I mean,
Let us hope it is not necessary then.
was there when there's the doors were just raw metal? There was no
No windows on them.
window.
Yep.
Correct?
Oh, also the interior of this
hmm.
thing lit up the moment the doors opened.
Okay.
There is a light strip on the ceiling that seems to be providing most of the light.
Okay. Gonna walk in and look around. Is there another? I'm gonna look on the inside, like the walls next to around the door, as I walk in to see if there's.
There are these screens that are currently lit up. You can see, much like that little door pad, one of the walls has a screen on it. That strange column with gap on it has a screen on it. And there is a smaller pad right beside the sort of small door that's in here. This does seem to be a single person door, unlike the actual back of the shuttle that opened.
Okay. But there's door on the double doors. There's more panels that look like I might be able to attempt to get back out if.
There is a panel right near the exit. Yes.
Okay. Tell they brought up a good point. Okay. Gonna try touching the pad by the single person door.
Okay. What do you want to touch on it? It is already lit up.
What does it say?
There seems to be a command for open, close, computer access, and there's a button that just says controls.
Gonna push open because open and close and controls are the only words I understand there.
Okay. The door on the interior slides into the wall.
I'm gonna turn around and look to see if the other door.
It's still open.
I'm going to push the close button.
The door inside closes again.
Okay, but it doesn't close the big one.
It does not.
Okay, so, well, they seem to be separate. I'm gonna actually walk over to the panel near the double doors, and does it have open and close on there too?
It has open, close, cycle.
Cycle. Should I come? Does that outside have cycle on it?
It does.
Yes.
Should I come out and push the button, see what that does? Because that's the only one I don't know on these.
I am not sure if it would be any safer to be inside than to be outside, or vice versa.
Yeah, maybe just makes bicycles. Bicycles aren't even a thing for us yet. Out of character. The end. I'm gonna go reopen the inner door and look inside there.
Inside there are two seats, which they look quite strange compared to the chairs you know. Even comparing them to a leather chair, they are oddly shaped, oddly cushioned. And there is a whole array of these panels sitting in front of the chairs. Inside of here, there is another little sort of column jutting from a wall that has another little sort of gap in it. There is more carpeting. You see a sort of odd lining in the carpeting that might suggest a hatchway or something. And you can see out the front windows.
Okay, so those are recognizable. Gonna is the outline on the ground? Is it like near the chairs or is it away from them?
It's set just behind the chairs in the center.
Tally, I think we're fine as long as we don't push anything. If you want to come in, the doors seem to be openable from the inside and outside, since they all say the same thing.
I will come in and check things out.
I found something in the floor in the second room, and well, you can look out the front.
That should be helpful if it moves.
Yes. I'm gonna like touch the hatch looking thing.
Okay,
Make sure it's actually solid.
Coming down to look closer at it, you can see there is a very small, not a full circle. There's like a line going through the middle of it, but there is a sort of disruption in the carpeting. Something to grab onto. It looks like, but it's quite small. Like a couple of fingers would hook into it. But yeah, you touch the hatch and it feels like the rest of the carpeting and feels firm.
Okay, so it's not like a bad illusion. Do you try lifting this thing up, or do you think that's a bad idea?
I do not think it is any more dangerous than anything else we will be doing in here.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hook the fingers in and try pulling.
Okay. This a small plate with this carpet on top of it lifts off easily. Like the whole thing lifts off. It's not hinged or anything. It's just something that pulls off. You can hear and you feel a little bit of resistance, as if like it's magnetized, perhaps. And right beneath that, you see a much sturdier set of. It looks like a couple of sliding doors pushed together, and there is a little tiny keypad on one of them.
Gonna try touching the keypad.
Okay, it just seems to
Should
be
I
up.
ask, is it active?
It's not
Or is it
active.
dark? Okay, then I'm gonna try touching it.
Okay, it lights up and seems to just be asking for a security code.
Whatever this thing is down here is asking for a security code. Tell a don't I'm gonna leave it.
Sorry,
Let's-
I'm fighting back the instinct to say try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh no, that was up there. So was 1111.
Perhaps it is some form of incantation.
Yeah, I mean, security code would mean some word or numbers or something, kind of like giving a password. I figure that's
Command word.
figure
That'd
that's
be more
a
relevant to our timeline.
password would probably be pretty active too.
Hmm.
Probably have military with
Password
actual,
is a
like,
really old term.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know if I want to mess with that though, not knowing what it is or what it could do, and not be murdered in this ship by putting the wrong thing in the wrong place.
Traveler, is there any way we can communicate with this ship? Like you?
Yes,
Smart idea.
but not like
Can
me.
you explain?
Yes, it is an artificial intelligence. It does not have the capacity like I do, but it is able to receive and simple commands and give responses to the best of its knowledge.
How do we address it?
As
Call you
I'm
traveler.
glaring at my Amazon Echo,
This is why I didn't
You-
change the name.
Simply address it as computer.
Does everybody pause to wait for the sound?
I haven't said anything else, so it can't respond.
Okay.
That's the reason I ended the sentence.
You're on headphones, right?
We can test the theory. I was tempted to yell something. Computer.
There is a sort of beep beep noise.
Okay. So, what is this thing I have found in this hatch? I mean, I kind of want to know. I kind of would be curious.
This is slightly step up from that scene in Zoolander.
Yes, I know.
You mean the files are in the computer?
This is like a step down from Moriarty finding
Yeah.
the arch in the holodeck. This is Carrick finding the shuttle.
It's been
That
a
is an
day, I'm
access
sorry.
way to emergency crew armament.
Okay. Could be helpful. Crap. I'm trying to figure out the best way to say, are you able to be used without saying, are you being used? Because that just sounds wrong.
The computer,
Status.
by the way, has a feminine voice that sounds an awful lot like a telepathic mother, or maybe a ship's number one, or
A nurse.
a nurse.
First, yeah.
You know, it's really nice.
I
For some
do like
reason,
that
I
you
feel I'm glad I'm not a bold Frenchman.
I do have to say I like the fact that you said the computer sounds like a computer.
Yeah.
A ship's computer.
Yeah.
That's actually what it is. No, I mean Telday did say
Status.
One second. I did
Let's
write
say
some
you have to
things
say-
down.
my brain was going, do we have to say computer first?
She's preferring to write down the swearing that she wants to do.
Power nominal. Minor damage to starboard nacelle. All other ship. Oh, Jesus Christ, 1 second. All other readings show as normal.
I am going to step outside of this shuttle
Mhm.
and go over to the starboard side,
Mhm.
given that I have been in ships and spent a bit of time trying to learn about them. I'm pretty sure I know which
What?
one is starboard.
How does Telday remember what is starboard? What's his trick?
It's the front of the ship, and then which side is it?
Actually, it's one of those secret flaps on the back of his head that says for captain's use only.
Also, here's the question: which side of the ship does Telday think is the front? The double doors that you went in, or the window?
I am going to go. Now, I'm pretty sure.
Does he mumble? Remember to steer to the right is always starboard.
I have expertise in air vehicles. I think Carrick would
Susie
actually think about
starboard,
this.
Rose to the right.
I think Carrick might actually think about this of computer.
Yes. Actually, it doesn't
Is
say
the
yes.
front-
You hear that chiming noise again?
Is your bow where we look through the windows? It's the best way to describe what's the front end of your ship.
Unfortunately, windows in the middle of the shuttle as well.
No, there wasn't.
There's
I
not.
thought it was one of those
there's
so
only
faster.
where we were.
Affirmative.
So. Okay.
Uh,
Carrick's going to also go out.
okay, so the both of you go to the starboard side.
I'm just looking for like any signs of damage or something.
Go ahead and give me investigation checks.
Investigations.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Holy. Okay. I I knew I had a high number. I wasn't expecting
Okay,
that high.
so
Okay.
you both find it. Telde finds it like nearly instantly. You actually have to get rather close in to inspect, as the damage is on the sort of inner side of this strange jutting pontoon, almost coming from the ship.
Yes.
I like to
There,
think that Telde and Carrick are both stroking it and going,
Yeah.
Nacelle.
I guess
Nacelle.
this is the nacelle.
There is a
Yes,
black
I
scorch
guess.
mark that seems to have a sort of you can see there's a hole boring in at the beginning of this scorch mark. That side of somewhat melted metal.
I wonder if we could get.
How big is this hole?
It is about the size of a grapefruit.
Okay. I was just say fist, so a little bit bigger than that.
I guess I'm going to do the really silly thing that you occasionally do with this type of stuff, even if you don't know what you're really doing. I'm going to try and look in and see if I notice anything.
Okay. Well, yeah, you can. Actually, do you have anything to help light your way?
I don't, or at least I wouldn't have.
You
I
casting
see what
light
he's doing. I'm casting light on.
his horn.
Sure, actually, that's actually probably one of the most efficient things I've ever. That.
All right, Telde, this is very annoying. But yeah,
It's not
you
the first time this has happened either.
you peer in and you can see all manner of sort of odd metallic shapes. There seems to be some tubing. Looks like, is that copper? Might be copper. But yeah, you can see a bit of scorching in there. Some of that tubing seems to be melted, but not like to the point that it's lost all structure.
So I can identify some damage.
You can see what you would understand to be damage, yes.
Okay.
Can we figure out from where it is, whereabouts it would be if it was like visible inside where we were?
As this is an external pontoon, no.
Okay, I see. It's into.
You were
the
thinking
nacelle.
it's underneath, or
I was thinking it was into the into the body also.
No,
like
no.
through the strut.
No, it's
through
literally as
nacelle
these
itself.
pontoons, as I'm going to keep referring to them, dip down a bit from the main body of the shuttlecraft. Clearly, it was shot from a bottom angle, as you think this would be. You know, you've seen how cannon fire can cause things and so on. You've seen energy beams in action. It looks like it was shot from a sort of blow to the front angle, and it just happened to strike this part.
I have a natural beam that I make. Okay.
I am unsure that we have any materials that could fix the internal damage, but we could at least patch it up.
There
Perhaps.
might be something else we grabbed. I mean, we kind of just started grabbing everything we could.
That is
Traveler,
true.
Yes.
is there anything on board that could repair this damage on this vehicle?
I believe it is known as the Southwest Time.
It depends on what kind of damage it has suffered.
You're looking in there, Telde. You wanna explain?
It appears to have suffered damage from, I would hazard to say, a beam of some form. There is some melting of a tube within. I am unsure of the extent of other damage.
It's a series of two.
The suggested
Also-
guidance that I would recommend to you is to ask the ship to run diagnostics, identify damaged components, and then, if possible, replicate replacements.
It can
Thank you.
replicate things.
Yes.
Magic.
I'm going to step back in.
If its energy
once.
reserves are sufficiently high.
I am I did not mean to hit light again.
How they?
You need to ask how you feed it.
I'm going to cast light on random coin in my pocket just to get the light away from Delta's face. So
For a second there, I thought you were going to be like, I am just going to light up everything.
no,
It's
'cause
solar
then
powered.
Oh, you can actually just okay. I missed the part. Never mind. I'm just gonna dismiss
See,
the light.
this is when we get to the next part of the campaign. You's gonna send us to go get Derivium crystals.
Yeah.
Dilithium
The ruin
crystals.
of crystals.
Dialuminum.
God, we're
that
going
was
to have
that
to.
was the mission in Icewind Dale, is to grab some crystals.
We're going to have to kill the crystals.
Carrick's gonna head in with Telday.
Computer,
There's that beep beep.
is it possible to assess the damage to the nacelle and replicate replacements?
I believe you are quite. Are you suggesting that we run a diagnostic?
Yes.
What level of diagnostic do you wish to run?
They have different levels.
What is the most thorough?
A level 1 diagnostic.
How long would you expect that to take?
8 hours. 57 minutes. 34 seconds.
A second.
Turn to Carrick.
Would you be able to give us the information, even if we come back after that time has passed?
Affirmative.
Might as well run it. If it's the most thorough, maybe there's other things wrong that we can't see.
A level 1 diagnostic, then.
There is that chiming noise again, and a bunch of the sort of panels start to show readout information.
Can we read it, or is this
Yeah, you can try it. Do you want to read it?
like? I want to see if I can make
It's
out.
gonna
what
be
the
like a
words
bunch
say.
of bars and
The-
abbreviations because that's what they would do.
There are words, for sure.
We can read it. We can't necessarily.
The way that they are combined,
It's not making a whole lot of sense.
it's not making a whole lot of sense.
What, tacky on?
But I was so we can make out the word. We just don't know what the words actually mean, which is fine. It just means we still can actually read it.
Yes.
You can read it, but it's just like you saw a panel where on
Yeah.
a submarine, and they had like all their abbreviations and stuff for all the weird doodads that they have, and you don't know what those objects are.
Yeah, between weird abbreviations, words that you don't understand, and the fact that a lot of this is just flying by, yeah, there's no chance for you understanding this.
We've tried this. I'm just gonna ask out of character. The radio does not work from outside of inside traveler.
I've never tried. I've never tried it.
Oh, we haven't.
No, we have
I'm
not
gonna-
tried it.
I'm
We've
gonna-
had Traveler a very finite amount of time, and we've
Yeah.
all been together mostly with Traveler.
I'm going to try. I'm gonna grab my radio and I'm gonna try to. I don't even remember who has it. Who has the main one? But I'm gonna try calling out.
Unfortunately, the main one was on Raziel at one point, but it doesn't matter because it's the newer one. So
that's
it's
right. We
supposed
swapped
to just
over to the one we can call
But
anyone.
it's the new one. But I don't know where Mr. Angel Raziel has decided to stow our radio
Well,
since
if
he's
we
come
can
to
call
the future.
anyone, I'd just try calling Gifton directly. Just
Mhm.
Gifton, can you hear this?
Gifton is not on board.
These only work inside. If she was
Same
inside.
plane, probably.
Would you like me to patch you through?
Yes, please.
Gifton, your radio
I'm-
beeps?
I'm guessing that was Traveler,
Yes.
not this
Ah!
part.
What's that noise? Oh, what's this? What? Hello?
Can I hear
Yeah,
that?
you can hear it, yeah.
The pseudo dragon?
No, well, Dragon's crack.
Are you a pseudo dragon now, Carrick?
Me?
I'm pretty sure
Pseudo
Merrick would like
dragon.
that. We're-
Pseudo Carrick.
We've got the space shuttle. We found it's called the Southwest Time.
What?
And yes, like the city. And it's running a diagnostic for us to find out what's wrong with it, but it's going to take 8 hours. So
Nearly 9.
Thank you, Telde. Nearly 9 hours.
Nearly 9 hours. Okay.
Um,
I'm sitting here. I've got Turiel and Lucy and Raz, and apparently there's a lot of angels watching everybody in town. We're having a good old time. No, stop it. Stop it. Stop. No. No. Do not hit your brother with that. All right. That sounds good.
So I guess in about 9 hours might be a good. We're gonna come back.
Elder, do
and
not
find
bite
out.
him.
Sound of tiny finger cymbals being
Yeah.
bashed against the brownie.
Carrick is not laughing. The player thinks that's amazingly hilarious. I don't know if Teldays wants to stick around for it. I was thinking coming back then to see what's going on.
All right. Sounds great. I was
You hear
I'm
Gifton, oh, touch the red powder. Yeah, put it in your eyes.
oh shit. I gotta go. Bye.
Ah!
Carrick knows what's going on. Carrick had that red powder.
Congratulations, Carrick. This is your future.
No. See, my future consists of
At least one of your kids is not blind.
children that can shoot acid and fire out.
Carrick, well, I got you on the line. Is there any way I could borrow your calligraphy kit?
Sure. Can I ask for what?
I want to write a really fancy letter.
Sure.
Thank you.
Whereabouts are you? I'll come.
We're in the market right now. We're over by the spices. We're heading towards the.
Okay, I know where
Kara,
that
I
is.
don't think we should take them over to that. There's a lot of animals over there, and
Is this still over the radio?
Look at the horse cat.
Carrick's
Okay, I know
immediately
exactly
out
where
of
you
there. I will continue to check in on this and with the council.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Telde.
Gifton, one of your kids shouted, look at the horse cat. That is a full fucking lion.
Oh no, sweetie, no, don't pet that, don't pet that, no, get this flared the wings out like defensively at this thing.
I was thinking of the griffin horse combo thing.
No,
What even is that? Who makes something that big?
that is one of the
You've seen a
biggest.
lion. Haven't
No,
you?
she's-
Have you had any kind of lion?
I've never seen a
No,
lion.
not an
Oh,
actual
okay.
lion.
I've never
We've
seen
seen
an
a
actual lion.
Leonid.
Yeah.
Leonid,
Louis
that's-
Swall, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, no, that's right. He rides on Griff.
a griffin.
Griffin.
Yeah,
That's right.
he
He
doesn't ride a
he
lion.
didn't ride a lion.
He's not a centaur riding a horse.
Ah, jeez.
It's appropriate. I'm
No, it's
gonna go find her and check on a couple things. I guess if anything comes up before I get back that you need me for till day, I guess to have Traveler do the same thing to your radio.
Yes, I will make sure to contact you if there are any issues.
Thank you. Garrick's gonna go over to wherever he has his bag slung in Traveler for now and fish out his calligrapher kit, put it into his bag of holding, his haversack, and start heading out.
Okay, you're gonna head on out.
Yeah, because I figure he's leaving his bags of holding here that have the extra stuff.
Alright. You staying in Day or are you going out?
Sorry, I'm fighting a belch there. I am going to be staying inside Traveler at this time.
Okie dokie. Are you hanging around here or are you going to go talk to people?
I'm going to watch the screens for about 2 to 5 more minutes and then probably go check in on the Fermior Council and then maybe others after that. I don't know.
Okie dokie. Alright.
Telday's looking to be social.
Carrick's heading out.
He'd
Telday's
like
going
to
to
find
go.
some life stories
people.
out of some different people from Fermier that he hasn't made yet.
RG,
Yes.
whereabouts do you want to be going?
Honestly, she was just going out with her wife to go sit down and have the kids with them and just generally be out and try and make it so Marissa's not as on edge about the whole thing.
Basically, distraction. Doing the
Yeah.
touristy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right, cool.
It's like whatever, because they said they were going to assign people to show us like the town,
Yep.
that sort of thing. But take to do the tourist thing fully.
Yep, you are accompanied by a sweet young acolyte who is, she seems as enamored with Marissa as,
The
Oh,
babies. Look at how pale
Yeah.
your children are. They're so cute.
like, you don't think it's a thing of,
From our part, both of them are.
yeah, you don't think it's a thing of attraction, maybe, but, like, Marissa does stand out, even compared to you guys.
She's exotic as hell.
Yeah.
She's
I
a
think I just
tiefling.
kind of got that realization by now about her.
But she's doing her best to show you guys around. She's not a good guide by any means. This is not what she's trained for. So you end up going down streets, and then she's like, "I thought it was down here. Maybe do you
Best type of guide.
are you hungry, or what things do you like? Do you like shawls, clothing? We have some very good tailors. Or do you like woodworking? Or I can show you a couple of the holy sites of the city.
Marissa, what do you think about seeing the holy sites you're going to the tailor?
Holy sites aren't quite my thing.
Yeah, I mean it's a different kind of holy because different kind of god.
More
Holy is holy.
That's fair.
I mean, we could go see some clothes, I guess. Do we have money for this place?
Archie's just going to give a very polite, firm nod. You do. Don't worry. Anything you want to get on.
We could. Are there any? Where would you get clothing for children? At that, the priestess actually does light up a bit and goes, "Oh, I know a couple of very good specialists. I mean, most of our tailors know how to make clothing for children. It is kind of, yes. But this she actually starts turning around, and you can tell she doesn't know where she is. Let's go this way. Yes.
Archie's just honestly there, but as a note, Archie would have taken her sash and actually tied it in such a way she's able to carry both the kids, so Marissa can actually have both arms empty.
Okay.
Basically, fully willing to take the load for a while.
Yeah, you notice Marissa does have that occasional tired mother thing of like panic because she's not holding a child that she thinks she should be holding. But yes,
Marissa doesn't understand that you're on Heia's continent right now. You can actually go to any one of like the little temple stalls and hand your children off, and then you can come back later and get your own children or somebody else's. It doesn't really matter.
They will be fine.
Somebody.
Have it out would cause for a lot of problems.
This is
One way or
basically
another, you will go home with children. You
Listen,
might go home with more.
Disneyland daycare is currently in effect.
Disneyland daycare is the entire continent.
I know.
Not the whole continent. There's some scary things out at the wild.
yes.
Listen, you don't have 12 little monsters in ambulatory right now.
As you guys are wandering around in the daytime, essentially, right now, there are a lot of lizard folk about. A few more gnolls than you might have expected to see at this point in time. But and the priest is definitely a little out of sorts.
Sleepy.
Sleepy,
Probably on the wrong cycle. Yeah.
squinting at the sun, doesn't seem to like it very much. But yes, she will eventually help you find basically a really nice. It's not. There's a store outside, but it actually does go into a store proper as well. Marissa, at first, likes to look at this place, and then you see her freeze up when the Drider proprietor, seemingly up at the wrong hour, emerges to greet you.
It's amazing how, like, when you have a goddess that's literally completely connected to her continent, that she just suddenly wakes people up.
Oh dear, I'm sorry. Did we wake you?
I was up late doing some weaving anyway. Well,
I'm sorry.
aren't you both very fetching? How can I help you? Marissa is wide-eyed, moving behind you. Then she sort of like starts to move in front of you because you're holding the kids. Then she's like, "Oh God."
She's behind you again. She's the fighter. She's trying to take a child from you.
Yep. She's just slightly pulling on you. She's never shown displays of like arachnophobia before.
Our are going to just kind of, with the way she's got, she can kind of take one arm off the thing and the kid's not going to fall. And so she's going to wrap her arm and go, "It's okay. It's okay. We're safe. We're safe. You're safe here. You're safe with me. I promise."
I'm sorry. My countenance is troubling to you. No. Very.
You have enough both sides of this.
She and I are from a different continent, much smaller town, and of the two of us, I'm the one who's used to solving my problem with violence if need be, and not being worried about how people look, if that makes sense.
It does not.
I'm not worried for my safety.
I'm
not worried for my safety. Is the way to put it.
They give you a sort of quizzical look and go. More worried about your companion's reaction. I do not mean to cause her fear.
Mm-hmm. That's what I mean. She's not used to knowing. I'm just gonna shut up. That's in character for me because she's just not on the train of thought she was on, and it's gone. Just go. It's okay.
How about
it's how things are.
I will remove myself to the back rooms. If you need me for anything, you can call on me. Please feel free to browse. I'm sure that your guide here will see that you are informed of what things are.
Mm-hmm.
And
thank you very much. I'm sorry again.
The Drider just bows her up a torso and doesn't even turn around. They just start the legs start sort of moving backwards. Yeah,
that's the worst. That's the worst.
Which you just hear him just go behind you.
Are you okay?
That is the biggest spider I have ever seen.
Oh man, she hasn't seen a scorpion guard yet. This is gonna be great.
Oh,
Striders?
Why are they
half spider?
Oh my! I always wondered what it felt like to be on the other end of seeing me when people reacted like that. Oh,
are you okay?
Yeah.
She's just gonna kind of give her the one-armed hug as best she can for the position she's in.
Oh,
Marissa. I've picked up spiders to move them out into the garden. I'm not scared of spiders. I didn't think I was.
This is what happens when you meet a spider that can pick you up.
Are you just going to continue kind of rubbing her shoulder and go, you don't need to be scared of him either. Like I said, we're safe here and you're safe with me. I promise any danger. Okay?
It does take a couple of minutes for her to just get over the sort of primal, oh my god, my body wanted to run. But she does
finally understand why Gifton freaks out every time she sees a cat.
She does calm down, and she looks guilty. Like, she's not proud of her reaction.
Gifton's proud.
But
I'm just going, it's okay. It's okay.
It's not. It is. It's so rude. I mean,
it is, yeah, but it's how you handle it after is the important.
Not sure I can do an after, but we'll try.
You don't have to today. We're not in a huge rush at the moment.
She just nods and she sort of like
All the time in the
distracts
world.
herself by actually looking at some of these sort of fabrics and some of the. There isn't a whole lot of pre-made outfits here. There's a few, but clearly, you come in here, select the fabric you want, and get something made.
Maybe I should be looking over the materials, all that sort of thing.
It's in the mid of like her like lifting up one of the fabrics and fitting it and going, oh, this is really smooth. And she looks towards the back room, and then she like pulls her hand away from the fabric. Did that come from
Her butt.
Very possibly.
this
I
place?
mean, everything comes from somewhere.
Weird.
I mean, think about it. We've got Silk at home, that sort of thing. I mean, Artie's actually going to gesture to the outfit she's currently wearing. That is the heat-proof stuff we got way back, and go, I mean, this is made from probably the same type of thing.
She looks like she is starting to contemplate things that she's never really thought about before.
And like, there's that.
like,
There's cottons. There's
Gifton's
animal
made me
leathers.
dresses made in Drider Silk. Wait a minute.
Like, Artie's is gonna be like, there's leathers. There's cottons. All that sort of. All that comes from something.
Yeah, but that's a person.
Just means you're a little more conscious of being able to do it, and they do it right.
She just puts her hands up and sort of moves over to look at another fabric as if trying to shut out what she's actually looking at here.
Mentally don't want to think about it, right?
Archie thought about this like a long time ago and had that thought process of like, yeah, okay.
There are some very fetching fabrics. Makes you wonder what they're dyed with, admittedly, because there's a lot more colours here than you normally see on offer in places like Barras and so on. But yes, do you actually want to try and get something made for the twins?
Yes, actually.
Okay. If you want, you can call the proprietress out, or you can go see them yourself without Marissa, or just let Marissa leave, or how would you like to handle it?
RJ will actually ask her and go, I think we can get something made for the kids. Do you want me to go talk to her myself and you stay out here, or holler back out, or what do you want to do?
How about I step outside and please give them my apologies. I
will, don't worry.
I will try and work on this.
It's okay. Like I said, we got all the time in the world. Okay?
She just nods.
Back on the cheek.
Yeah, she gives you a quick kiss back, and then she'll head out. She looks momently like part of her brain is telling, "Don't leave the kids with the spider person," but she'll leave.
I get the feeling the other half of her brain goes, "You're leaving her with the woman who's more than happy to punch gods for you. It should be fine."
No, it doesn't help. Right, yeah.
She will kind of cradle him, just kind of go back and knock politely on the door and go, "Excuse me."
Right, there's no real door. There's just a sort of separating curtain here, but you can sort of knock on the framing of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just like
yeah.
the frame.
Which they'll gently lift the curtain aside and go, "Yes. Have you had enough time?"
Yes, I was wondering if I could. And she gestured. She probably like hold the roll that you want of her like up a bit, just so it's visible from there, to point at it and go, "I want to use that to make outfits for these two, if we could."
Oh, certainly. If you don't mind me taking the measurements really quick.
Absolutely, it's okay. And Sergeant will kind of offer one sit and kind of, I'm assuming onto the counter so that they can kind of sit in.
Yep. Which when you sort of unbundle one, she seems to be very good with children. Like, she's immediately engaging. She's got get some giggles going, and she sort of plays with them as she is working to. She seems to be using some of her own silk to basically go, "This is the length of this," laying it down. "This is the length of that," laying that down, and she's just. It's worryingly like seeing a child being cocooned. Like, she doesn't actually cocoon the child, but just the motions that are happening and the material being used
Could very easily be.
Uh-huh.
But in that motion said, Narju's be. It's nodding. She's not engaging that fear thought for this moment.
Do you have any particular styles in mind, or do you want me to follow the latest trends? What would you like?
What would you actually suggest for the ones who are starting to get a little more mobile?
Well, just how mobile are we speaking?
They've started crawling a bit. I get the feeling they might be walking sooner than later. They seem to have the habit of it.
Hmm. Well, in that case, if you want to allow them to have the most of the mobility without getting tripped up, we may actually want to do some fitted clothing rather than the sort of loose robes I would suggest normally.
Mm. That might be good, because I know the material is breathable enough, it shouldn't bother them to heat, because Lord knows mine doesn't.
Let's see. There is a nice style that is coming from our Cyril that is becoming quite popular, especially with children in. I can modulate on that if you would like.
That sounds fantastic.
Certainly then. Let's see. Well, you are a little bit chubbier than the other, aren't you? Yes. And eventually she seems to have the measurements of both, and she goes, how quickly do you require these?
Whatever time you need to take, honestly.
Mm. She smiles faintly as and you can see that in the eyes of, yes, catching up on some sleep first would be good. If you give me 2 days, I can be done.
That sounds excellent. If you need to take 3, by all means.
I am
We're
good
not in
at
a
my
rush, and-
job.
Mm.
But
I understand, don't want to rush you and don't want to leave you needing sleep again.
it is very kind of you. In that case, if you drop by during normal hours, that would be appreciated.
Absolutely. Sorry again for coming at the wrong time.
As the mother wills, it is done.
Yeah, she's very eager.
That will be for the 2 of them. Silver piece and 4 copper pieces.
Arju actually just outright hand a gold and go, like, she's just going to hand a gold and go, this is both as a thank you for seeing us when you're off hours, and my wife wanted to apologize for her reaction. So
No apologies needed, and I cannot accept this, but I also do not have the change for this. Do you have anything smaller?
I think I still have, yeah, and I have some unmarked silver in that from
Mhm.
that we got before. So Arju will just pull out, like, she's still going to give her like 5 silver.
She'll hand back 3 silver, and she'll just go, I will take the 2 silver as the tip.
My voice just cut out there, but I can tell you're still talking, I think.
You said you
Inside
handed
of me?
5 silver? That's the last thing I heard.
There you go.
I heard that, and then I heard you go, she hands back 3 silver, and then started a sentence and it cut out.
Oh, yeah, she hands back 3 silver and says, the 2 of silver would be plenty tip enough.
Okay, thank you very much.
The mother's blessings, the daughter's blessings with you, rather.
She daughter's blessings with you too. And Arju will give a very polite bow.
She'll nod her head to you, taking her measured silk and heading into her back room, probably to just go back to sleep.
Yeah, go pass out.
Yeah.
And Arju will actually bundle the kids back up and go back out to Marissa.
The priestess is talking with Marissa outside, seemingly just random natterings to distract her a bit. And once you emerge, Marissa sort of looks at you and goes, was everything okay?
Everything's fine. She said it's okay. I offered the apologies. We've got that. She should have been done about 2-ish days. Just asked if we can come during normal hours next time.
Right. It's a bit weird being in a place that's flipped. There's still plenty of people about. Just
Mhm.
a lot of
It's
visits.
not full. Yeah, it's not fully flipped. It's basically they work.
Yeah, they're
Everyone's
a
got
24-hour
half-half
society, you could say.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. I don't know if I'd survive doing it on a regular basis, but given I only rest usually 4 hours a night anyways.
Yes, you and your rustling about in the kitchen.
I'm sorry.
She gives you a little look. You can close cabinets quietly, you know.
I tried.
I'm
Ka-dunk.
not sure you do. And she sort of just takes
Didn't
your
say I'm
arm.
good at it.
Um,
I'll just give her arm to Marissa and walk with her more.
and the priestess will still just lead you on a tired, rambling journey, essentially.
Mhm.
Um,
She's fine with this as long as Marissa's okay with it. Basically, just letting her calm and kind of get used to it and have the distraction.
mhm. Corvus,
Yes.
what are you and Echo doing?
Just kind of touring the place. He is keeping an eye on the angels. I think he was last time. And I guess just find a quiet area. And maybe talk about things.
Okay, you are also accompanied. You seem to have a lizard folk acolyte. Which they don't actually talk much. They just gave you a sort of a thing of where would you like to go?
Just a castle stroll, I guess. Unless Echo, you had anything particular you wanted to look at?
I would like to look at. What would I like to look at?
There's stores. There's eateries.
Stores is very broad.
temples. Yeah.
I
Um,
would like to look at. Do you have astrologers? The lizard folk blinks slowly. Yes. She seems to hesitate briefly and looks at you, Corvus, and goes, "An astrology store?"
An observatory. Do you have an observatory that may have
No.
star charts or
That would be
telescopes?
astronomy, wouldn't it?
Oh, astrology?
Yeah.
Oh no, Corvus, she's one of those. She wants your horoscope.
Don't tell her your birthstone.
Be careful, you know someone carrying a tarot deck.
as a player, I am ignorant of this. Astrology. So like the predictions of like months and stuff to people. Soothsayer? Would a soothsayer be?
Yes, the gnolls have soothsayers. Would you like to see a gnoll soothsayer?
Yeah. I think that would be entertaining and enlightening.
They seem to grumble a little bit.
Corvus calling somebody's culture entertaining.
And they will lead you off to one of the sort of gnoll districts.
This really is a special episode on racism.
Which is hustling and bustling. Oh, fuck, why did I say gnolls? I'm going to have to do the voice.
Yep.
They'll lead you to one of the gnoll districts. Unspeaking, they are not giving you the tourism thing. They are not pointing out what things are. They are just walking ahead.
Gnolls actually normally just sound like normal people. The voice is just something they put on for everyone.
Also, you have no idea what gender this one is either. They seem to be at that age where the size isn't a great indicator.
The first female lizard folk we saw was gigantic.
Fucking huge, yes.
And
so this is either a male or a young female.
Yeah.
But they lead you along, and you are instantly getting a lot of attention from the gnolls, and it's way more apparent and almost rude than it is walking through the rest of the city. They are staring directly at you. A few of them are actually sort of walking closer to get a closer look. You can hear sort of yaps and then chattering going on between them. But the lizard folk sort of
to the lizard folk in kind of a quietish tone. They don't get a lot of visitors, I take it.
Not many come here, especially not any of your kind. If one asks you to accompany them into a back alley, don't.
Corv just smiles.
Talking about racists.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. And also, they
Um,
literally do still eat people, so you know.
Yeah. Yeah. That is good warning. Thank you.
But they all jab their sort of thumb towards a tent that, just by the sort of hangings and trappings on it, it reeks of air quote mysticism.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying that you look at the sort of skulls and so on decorating it, all of the banners, and then you look around at a lot of the other sort of null setups, and like maybe not. But they seem to indicate that's the one, and they don't make any attempt to enter it.
Wonderful. You will be here, I take it?
I will wait.
Okay. Don't get into it.
They just stare at you.
Corvus smiles and offers Echo to enter first.
Echo will excitedly enter in. As you step on in, you see a gnoll female, maybe. Sort of. Her shape is hard to make out because she is covered in like
Shawls.
in shawls and such that like, and some of them are large enough that they merge out into like her surroundings. Like she is a sort of mound of cloth behind this table. She seems to be currently drinking from a bowl, and you hear a faint sputter as you both enter.
Things she's seen in her life just walking
Yeah.
over to.
And she immediately puts the bowl down, and like the mound rises a bit as her clawed hands sort of set on the table, lifting herself, leaning forward. One of her eyes is stark white. The other is darting wildly.
It.
And
She also chose the wrong time to take the drugs.
and she goes, spirits entering my tent.
Hello?
The dead speak. Are we dead?
No.
Guidance, how we sort of?
Maybe, sort of. Time stuff.
Sit, dead ones, sit.
Corvus will sit or offer Echo the chair and then sit himself.
Yep. Right. You both sit down, and it's basically just sitting directly on sort of carpeting in here, rugs and so on. It's a very low down table.
Anything that Corvus sees?
Yeah, actually, Corvus.
Some material, a knoll,
Um,
table.
They come in and out of your vision, but there are spirits in here, surrounding her, seeming tethered to her.
Like the undead spirits, sort of?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, got it.
You see the apparitions of like various gnolls. There has to be many of them, even though they don't all show at once. They look different. They shift behind her, move around her. You see one of them actually sort of reaching out to caress you and Echo.
Chorus instinctually shifts.
When you shift away, her eye sort of darts to that spot where the spirit is, into you, and goes, "Dead sees dead."
Yes, I see your friends.
Not friends, family.
Family. You keep your family close to you, son.
I cannot be rid of them.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, pact made long ago.
This is a boon to you, a curse.
One and same.
One is the same.
But
I
you
know
come
that
for reading?
Well, we came here with open minds and curious minds. So, sure.
What manner of reading would you like? Oh, astrology. It It is daytime. Cannot read by stars during day. Echo looks disappointed.
There's
What
one
does,
really big one to read by.
What does readings do you provide?
Oh, some like the cards, but my speciality, blood and bone.
Blood and bone. Huh. I'm
First,
guessing.
I bite your thumb off. Then we pour your blood into this bowl. Then I drink it.
She pulls a pouch out from the sort of immense massive robing she's wearing. And the bowl she was drinking from, she just like sort of lifts it up, tips the rest of the liquid out to the side, and sets it back down on the table, and goes, "Reading best if have blood from rose to be red."
He looks at Echo. Blood or bone or cards?
Blood.
Blood. Okay.
She seems like mystified by this.
She's enamored.
Yeah.
She's enamored.
Oh man, she's gonna get into crystals real hard.
Corvus looks at his
Who
gloved
do
arm
I
and is like,
read first? Oh, me. And
Who's first?
right. The Knoll sort of holds out her hand as if like expecting Echoes, which Echo stares uncomprehending for a moment before going, "Oh,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
yeah," and like puts her hand into Knoll's, and then yelps as the Knoll just like uses a claw to like scrape the palm, which is a terrible place to draw blood. Don't do
Yeah.
that.
Use the fingertips. I'm a diabetic.
And then the Knoll just like squeezes her hand above the bowl.
It's more reliable this
And yeah, blood drips into the bowl.
Corvus is medically trained. It's like that's a face to.
That's
And then she's
not
gonna lick-
sanitary.
The Knoll's
Yeah.
gonna lick her finger afterwards.
She does. Yep.
Mhm,
and-
pays for it.
And then she pulls out a little vial of don't know what liquid this is. It's sort of orangey tint, very faintly, as it's poured in with the blood, which she then swirls the bowl around, and then opening up the pouch, pouring a pile of like various little bones into her hand. She tosses them into the bowl.
Just as a quick,
Mhm.
we had very minor experiences with blood magic.
Yes.
With the Capes. Is he getting similar vibes to this, or is this something new?
You weren't involved with the blood magic.
I was
with the
not
Capes.
involved in that.
Carrick
No,
was.
yeah.
Carrick was.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
right.
I was
Yeah,
the
that's-
only one.
That was the
involved
only one with the
that.
blood
Right.
magic.
Okay,
We
never mind then.
ruined the
Retract,
storeroom.
retract the statement.
As she swirls the bowl low, what you can see is the spirits around her sort of reaching towards the bowl. And it looks like they're grabbing handfuls of something, even though they're not actually interacting with the physical. But they each draw their hands back to their chests, and then she just dumps the bowl onto the table. Strangely enough, as she sort of upends it, the bones fall, and no blood comes from the bowl.
Mm.
She sets the bowl back down, and it is empty.
Magic. Corvus' enemy.
Chorus makes note of that. He keeps eyes on the spirits, and then I guess listening.
The spirits in turn, as she's looking at the bones, seem to be whispering to her.
Okay.
But she's making a very big show of looking at these bones. But she actually seems to start frowning a little bit and goes, not dead, not born. Very young, yet too young, not now. Hard to tell your future when past has not happened. But I see. Great fortune and happiness ahead.
Yes, the BS line. I love it.
Echo seems to love this. She sort of like perks up and looks at you, Corvus, and goes, Corvus, you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
We can have fortune and happiness. Yes!
Yeah. I guess myself, son.
Yes, yourself. He holds out. She holds out her hand.
He instinctually removes his left-hand glove,
Mhm.
stops, remove his right-hand glove. Because it's the one that has all the metal junk in it. And he holds out. I am holding out my fucking hand in real life.
I know.
He holds
This is
out his
what
hand.
happens.
Yeah.
I posture at the screen all the time. I understand, my friend.
She takes hold of your hand, and as she does, a bunch of the spirits sort of reach out, and they are sort of clasping your hand, your forearm. You can't feel them, but you feel that shiver. And her eyes seem to lock with her eye, I should say, seems to lock with you briefly.
He's not wearing his glasses. He hasn't been wearing them in a while.
Okay, she does not seem to give a shit about that.
Yeah.
And she goes, your blood will be fun.
I am excited.
Slice
Ah!
and squeeze.
Oh.
Your altered blood
Yep.
dripping into the bowl. She brings her hand back. Instead of licking it, she seems to stare at her claw tip before she just dips her hand into her robes, and after a moment it emerges clean.
Yeah, save that for later. Gotta make sure it's not toxic.
Whether she has friends inside her robes.
8 other gnolls in there. They're all thirsty.
8 gnolls in a
I mean, if you think it's
sawshoot.
easier way to lick your fingers clean, I'd like to hear it.
Yeah.
And again, a phial of liquid is added in, swirled about. Your blood in the bowl seems to hiss and fizzle a little bit. And then the bones are tossed in, swirled about, and once again, the bowl is upturned as the spirits sort of reach into it. And each of them, instead of drawing back calmly as they did before, seems to recoil, still clutching it, still bringing it to their chest, but they flinch back visibly. And each of them...
Corvus is watching with sort of intrigue as well.
And then each of them,
Causing damnation to all these poor dead spirits, you monster.
instead of taking turns to whisper to her like they did with Echo, they all seem to sort of hurriedly gather in. And she's doesn't make a show of looking at the bones this time. She just seems to be focused on listening to this clamour. And then her eyes stop starting about and just stares at you coldly, Corvus.
He's staring back with a... It's like... He's getting a bit... He's getting excited with this. It's like sparking like all that intrigue and mystery stuff that's been rattling in his brain. So he's kind of leaning in, smiling. Not... I mean, it's going to be creepy.
It's
the way
creepy
he does it.
and upsetting. It's
And
like
it's
you're
upsetting,
a predator. Yeah.
A choice awaits you.
Big choice.
Big choice. You came for astrology, and you will find your choice in the stars. Love or knowledge of all. And of course, great fortune and happiness will follow.
No matter the choice.
That is what we say. That will be 2 gold pieces.
Oh, that's expensive. Jesus Christ.
2 gold pieces.
Gold per reading, yes.
It's quite a fare.
It is a good reading that promises great fortune and happiness.
But that is what you say.
If misfortune befalls you, you may come and seek refund.
If you die, you get your money back. Get out.
Jokes
Oh,
on her. Corvus can't really die.
Then it's not misfortune.
I mean, on the bright side, she's not a faker.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, she's the real deal.
He reaches in to his purse. With the choice in the stars, would it be appropriate to come back during the evening?
No. Please do not return.
Why is that?
They don't like you.
Your family.
They are very, very old. They have seen many things. They don't like you.
Did her timbre change, or was that just you?
No, her terms changed.
Okay. Why?
Death hangs on you more than normal.
Death of others, or just death itself?
You die and 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 die. And she starts going on increasingly loud, Corvus. And she'll keep going until she's interrupted. Or you can leave.
They are fearful of that. Those
You
who
bring
are
the wrong gaze.
the wrong gaze. Whose gaze?
Not saying. She looks at the spirits around her. And then she looks at you and goes, not for cheap, anyway.
And what would the spirits, he actually starts looking at them pointedly, think is a reasonable price?
They are glaring at her as if no price is reasonable, but she just smiles brightly and goes, 50 gold.
I'm fucking digging in my pocket, damn it.
Corvus, in real life, trying to find his wallet.
He pulls out one of the small purses that he carries in multiple areas and starts counting.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry. 70.
He looks at Echo. Indulge the mystery or let the mystery happen?
I don't know what's happening anymore.
I don't either.
Corvus takes out 100 gold pieces.
I don't know how much money is, also.
True. And to be frank, as he puts 80 gold down, I don't think any of us really know what money is either.
The gold is swept away instantly. And that hand, like, as your hand's putting it down, it's swept away. And your wrist is clasped by her other hand.
Mm-hmm.
And she pulls you in.
Okay.
And, oh, Corvus, when she leans in her muzzle close to you, that is rank. That is rotting meat.
Yep. Meat eater.
You pull the gaze of many, the Reaper. The infinity of the cosmos looks upon you as well. You pull the gaze of yourself.
Cocks his head at that.
You die and die and die. By the hand of yourself, or yourself, or yourself. And sometimes a greater self. And the choices you can make are not good. But sometimes they are. I hope you make the right choices.
Purpose, slightly being reminded that the entirety of the existence of our world hangs in the balance of him.
His demeanor of sort of that excitable intrigue is quickly dashed away, kind of goes back to that
But
angry.
most importantly for my companions, the gaze of the Reaper is troubling. Don't bring it here.
Don't fear the Reaper.
Seeing that you have bound them in the servitude does warrant
I
that.
did not bind them.
You bound them in a pact.
I did not bind them in a pact.
Hmm.
I am bound by the pact.
Ah, your ancestors.
Yes. And descendants and... More will come, maybe. Don't get out as much as I used to.
I don't think your traditions are questioned by anyone. It's not right. They don't need to fear what I would bring.
Kind words. Maybe true, maybe not. But I hope you find your great happiness and greater fortune.
Great happiness and fortune to you as well.
You have brought me that, yes.
I have.
And she
Don't
does no
spin
more
it all in-
soothsaying to anybody else.
Yeah, don't spin it all in one place now.
She just smiles at you, showing off those great big teeth.
Anything else, Echo?
Oh, could we get a charm? You're supposed to
You
get
have any
charms from... Yes, many charms. What charms would you like? Oh, I know. You are here in Tulia. You want fertility charm. Much better than what the priestesses offer.
Oh, that is blasphemy.
Yes. Don't tell them.
I don't know. I've lost a lot of money.
That is a shame. Bring
Yes.
more.
Fertility charms, Echo?
She frowns and shakes her head.
No?
No.
I've seen Gifton's children. They're evil.
How
I just have
about
character one.
charm of luck?
Lucky rabbit's foot?
What is rabbit?
Lucky for the rabbit.
Oh, Julia doesn't have rabbits. You would really like rabbits.
They're incredibly edible small fur
Yeah.
balls.
One charm or two charm?
Two charm?
She nods. Echo
Two
nods.
charm.
Two charm. And she sort of digs around in her robes a bit. And she pulls out what looks like to be pieces of bone that are sort of tied onto, with string tied around them. Looks like there might be leg bones of a small creature, maybe. And there are carvings on the bone. The text on them just says lucky, as you are somehow able to read Null.
Lucky.
Fucking Jerboa legs.
For-
You're gonna
Yeah.
get some fucking Jerboa legs.
For favoured customers who spent so well, I give cheap. They are 2 gold each.
Cheap.
I love
They
this
know you
ball.
have money.
Yes, cheap.
Yeah.
You poor rich guy.
Price for
Yeah.
today only. This hour.
Oh, we can spend an hour in here, Echo.
There are spirits angrily berating the snow, who just sits smiling, hands clasped.
We can look at all her little intricacies.
Just careful what's touched, though.
Oh. Yeah, that doesn't look particularly good. That would not bring good prosperity or luck, I don't.
And sometimes you touch wrong item, they'll decide to follow you home. Corvus. She doesn't seem like she's joking.
Yeah. I think you're quite aware of that aspect.
So, by charms or not?
By charms.
Good. In fact, you buy 2 charms, I give you deal further, yes?
What's the deal?
Or go
for
swat.
Instead
you
of
leave
2
so bad.
gold per charm, I give you both charms for 5 gold.
I really like
That's
this null.
a great deal. Just give her the 5
Oh.
gold so you can leave.
God.
You
this
hear
is
Echo
null
just go,
dimension.
wow, so generous.
That
This
is.
This is
Echo?
Otto's. This is
Echo.
Otto's ancestor.
We're going to have to talk about gold and finances.
Okay.
Because for the 4 gold.
Very well. And she takes the gold and just pushes the charms across the table. Echo picks hers up and sort of, holds it to her breast, sort of like, wow.
It's definitely Otto's ancestor. Learned how to.
Corvus will pick it up and tie it to his belt.
Okay.
Style at the time.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yes, always pleasure to come to favorite soothsayer.
Well, you were the one that we were guided to, so.
The fates guided you to me, lest you know I am truth.
Yeah.
No, not the
won't-
fates. A lizard man. The fates, lizard man. Same.
I just won't mention the blasphemy that you just spouted to the good alkalite outside.
You may mention. I don't care.
I'm sure they already know.
I'm important. Thus they have to tolerate.
Yes, they do.
Also, the fact that the acolyte knew that where this was doesn't
Yeah.
speak well of the acolyte.
No.
Or it speaks highly that what she's saying is true, that they
Yeah,
can't
there's
do
2 ways this
anything.
goes.
Yeah.
I think you enlighten us both very much, and I appreciate that.
Yes.
Really disappointed
Now,
didn't
you
get
leave
the
or
gold.
charge extra for overtime.
Oh. Okay.
Corvus is sitting there going, well, yeah, I really don't care
Unless
about
you
my
want
gold.
second reading, or maybe I can give you life advice.
I sexually are good. Your spirits are getting a bit restless.
They're always restless.
Restless spirits. Okay, he will help Echo up if she wants to.
She'll accept your hand to get up. She'll wave merrily at the knoll and go, "Thank you for the readings." And the knoll smiles and goes, "Much welcome."
And Chorus would depart with Echo.
Okay. As you sort of start to leave, something feels weird, Corvus, and then you hear the knoll go, "No, leave alone. Come back here right now." You feel something on your ankle, Corvus.
He looks down.
You think you are looking at the spirit of a gnoll, a young gnoll. Black, sunken eyes staring up at you wantonly. Its form sort of half submerged into the fabric, the carpeting, the furs covering the floor. It is a ghoulish apparition that is grasping at your ankle and seem to be reaching to climb up onto your body. And she is just snapping her fingers at it. What won't hang around? Come back. Good paying customer.
What he's addressing the little knoll. And what can I
Don't
do for
speak
you?
to it. Don't acknowledge. Turn gaze away.
He stands there in the threshold. One of your loose followers, then?
Don't want it to follow you home. Bad. Smile. You do not see.
He's gonna roll insight on the situation.
Okay. Corvus, you think she's being honest. This is not a good thing that's happening.
Corvus will smile. Well, if we're ever back around, we'll sure to stop by. Favorite to say or no.
Of course. Good journeys on this day.
Thank you.
Hmm.
And he turns and leaves.
You feel that clasp on your ankle, trying to grip and then slipping as you step outside.
He pays no heed to it.
Okay. Echo sort of looks at you and goes, "That was amazing."
It was, wasn't it? Sorry, I got a little dark there.
Huh?
Me.
Oh, you're okay. And she sort of like just wraps an arm around you, pulling you into her. Thank you for taking me.
Yes, of course.
That wasn't
Shame
astrology,
we couldn't
though.
do we couldn't do the astrology part, yeah.
And it is daytime.
Let's get these disinfected and bandaged and taken care of.
All right, that is stinging a lot.
Yeah, no, yeah. She licked her finger. She's probably stunned it multiple times. He is going to do a medical.
Okay, right. Yes, you get. Very important that you do disinfect these. That is rotting saliva, meat saliva. Yeah.
Cat saliva. Cat saliva is worse, actually.
Yeah.
Cat, dog,
I was
saliva
going to
with
ask, when you
rotten
said-
meat.
Yeah.
Rotten thing, was that actually like her face is rotting?
No.
No,
Just
Her breath
okay.
smelled rotten.
rolls like they eat meat.
Was
Right.
Just double checking if there was a. I
Yeah.
was just double checking if there was a. She's alive, or in fact, a moving corpse, like with a ghost.
No.
That's not unreasonable for what was happening there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. All right. We are going to zoom over to Cassiopeia Stillshot.
Yes.
All right. You have
Don't
noticed
die.
a particular Imoran angel looking at you at one point. How are you handling this situation?
Do I have any friendlies with us?
You've got a
We're all
you've got a friendly Heian priest with you. They seem to be a rather like short for the
That's Millie.
species. What was that?
She has Millie.
Yeah, you got Millie as well. Yeah.
Well, I should. Did we garner any of the friendly angels with us?
You don't have
Or are
any.
they all-
You've got
or are
distant
they all
angels.
gathered around, or are they all hovering around Gifton?
Gifton is attracting most of them right now. You do see the occasional angel, but they're actually doing their jobs properly, which is being far off watchers.
Except for the ones near Gifton, which are being bad.
Yes, they shouldn't be doing that. With you, there is a very short Durgar. She she seems to be mature. She's not a child, but she is the shortest Durgar you've ever seen. And she is wearing a great big like hooded cowl that is coming over her eyes. Which is funny with the looking at her and then looking, having seen that, cowled Emorian angel. But she looks up to you and goes, "Is anything troubling you, miss?"
No. So, any interesting places around that you could recommend? Anything you're interested in trying today, Millie?
I'm not really sure. I've never really been, out of country before.
It's amazing how they all speak Baratheon here.
Yes, they're all so cultured and learned, and it's really amazing. And
this the Tulian Empire is an amazing place.
if I could make a recommendation, one of my favorite things is we have some heated baths.
Bathhouse.
Not in a house, no.
Back home, it's what we call them. It's a communal bathing area.
Yes. This is also communal. It is the ground. It's warm. It is heated beyond even the normal heat of the day.
Did you want to try that, Millie, or did you want to try something else?
I'm not sure I want to
Local
get
cuisine.
more hot. In fact, what about? Is there a nice place to get cool? Oh yes, and we have many places to cool off. Have you ever consumed iced
The frozen
cream?
cream?
Yes.
That's it.
Would you like to go and get some of that?
Yes, please.
Then please follow me. Right, and they will guide you.
And I'm just keeping a wary eye out for that, for Miss Glares.
All right, perception check, please.
I am so not going to make it this time. Why aren't you loading? Load. So slow.
Okay, Cassie.
Hmm.
You're sure that you're not seeing them as much as they seem to be suggesting they're around, because the way that you are spotting them, they are clearly following you. Unless there must be sometimes that they are escaping your sight.
Mhm.
When you do see them,
I'm just trying to catch them out of the corner of my eye.
Mhm. When you do see them, they seem to know when you're looking, because the first time you see them again, they are standing down the street, seemingly unnoticed by those around them, and it's weird how you can hear it. The tip of their scythe just hacks against the stonework of a wall, and you hear it clear as day, that tink.
Yeah, it's attracting my attention.
And then
Is
they
it like a
and they
perception filter that only lets Cass see her?
and then they
No, Cass has true sight.
Oh, yeah, okay.
then they step out of you. The next time you see them, they are sitting on a rooftop, the scythe sort of dangling down, and again, the scythe tip tinks against the side of the building, seemingly louder this time. And as you're approaching the bathhouses, not bathhouses, the ice cream parlor. Yep. There's a lizard folk wearing like this weird white hat, white suit with a bow tie. Yeah.
Really?
No, we're not doing that. Okay. They are standing atop the building of this ice cream stall, and tink, tink, tink as you're approaching.
That's
Oh,
where
you
we're
can
gonna
call her
find Millie's
Tinkerbell.
allergic to ice cream.
Are you going to ignore them as you approach, or?
I'm going to usher Millie and the Duergar in.
Okay.
I'll be right in.
You usher them in, and when you look back up,
Stepping back and looking up.
they're gone.
Okay. Yeah, guys, that's not copacetic. And then I'm going inside.
Okay, you head on in, and oh, what a delight! There's so many flavors here. They are
And we only have like vanilla and chocolate back in Verast.
basically they are chopping up fruits on these cold slabs and just sort of working them into the cream. It's goat's milk ice cream, so I hope you like that. But yeah, you and Millie are able to get some delicious frozen treats. You're able to try some strange, unusual flavors if you so like. The Durgo actually seems to pay out of her own pocket.
Oh no. I'm paying for that.
No, it is my pleasure, please.
You are doing us a service. Let me get it for you, please.
That is why I want to do it. It is a service.
Yes, but you're doing us a favor, and favors require recompensation.
No, you do not. That is not true at all.
We are so going to go back and forth on this, aren't we?
Yes. If you wish to debate favor versus transaction, I am more than willing to sit and do so. But you will accept my kind gift.
I will accept your. If it's a gift, I shall accept it, and I thank you very much.
Perfect. Please let us sit and enjoy this. It is good to be out of the sun.
And while we're eating, I'm kind of rooting through one of my bags, going for one of the sending stones.
Mhm.
And then I'm just going to pull it up real quick and just go, hey, if anyone can hear me, I may need assistance of the
Who
divine
are you?
source.
Which sending zone is this?
I grabbed the one to the radio.
Okay,
Hopefully
you have the
it's-
radio. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not a sending stone. It's an actual device.
It's a
Yeah.
all
Yeah, it's a-
call.
Yeah.
I may need divine assistance here. I think I have a more stalker.
As you're saying that, there is scraping.
And they're back.
As you can see, this says windows. Understand no glass. It's gaps in stonework in the building. That's not a window. You can see them outside, walking past, looking in at you, Cass. Their scythe clearly dragging on the ground. As you're saying this.
That is all well and good, Cass, but where are you?
What's this ice cream parlor's name?
What
street are we on?
Oh. She'll rattle off a street's name.
I will rattle it right back. And I'm
It's
going to
Temple
look
Street.
at the...
Yeah, it's not an ordered thing like you get in Wyndham or such. It's more like it is known for the shops and so on it. So she'll give you a sort of description.
I'll relay that. Yeah, I'm going to look at the angel going by and just hold out the ice cream cone, like, want some? Come and talk to us. Stop being creepy.
So we're all hearing that on the radio, though? Okay, good.
Yep, you can hear that on the radio.
Don't antagonize them and stay.
I'm trying not to. They've been trying me for a good while now. Sorry, Millie.
When you say sorry, Millie, the angel pauses, looking at you. Their eyes drift to Millie, and then they just smile, and they walk out of sight.
Okay. Next, the divine divine asset. I need a divine evac.
I'm gonna look over at Raziel and Lucifer and Turiel and go, I gotta hang my head. Cassie's in trouble with an angel again, and Julia.
I'll get on it. Raziel says. And then Lucifer actually puts his hand up and goes, you are out of place, out of time, and out of order. You won't get anyone listening to you. I'll go handle it. And Lucifer just sort of bows to you, Gifton.
Thank you, Lucifer. I'm gonna bow to him.
Yep, and with a flutter of wings, he vanishes.
Gifton, you have the kids. Do you want me to intervene?
Hold back. I've sent a friend on it. Lucifer's coming for you, Cassie.
Oh,
Cassie,
Peachy.
Don't
Yes.
worry, he's
Lucifer
there,
has
he's amazing.
like just appeared straight beside you, an arm going over your shoulders, as he sort of leans over, takes your ice cream, takes a bite out of it, smiles at you.
Who?
Lucifer?
Lucifer.
Oh.
Payment.
Millie. And I'm sorry, I don't think I caught your name.
My name is my
As I
own.
look at the Well, Lucifer, this is Millie and our esteemed guide from the Han Temple. I have a rather interesting Amorian following us and seemingly hostile towards me.
I wonder
And
why.
it's-
But let's get you out of here,
Yeah.
beautiful, and you, beautiful, and you, little priestess. Do you mind making your own way back to the temple? And the priest just looks at the two of you as if like looking for, are you okay with this man?
Is this strange man who just suddenly appeared, who's also kind of attractive and vaguely angelic, right?
Be very careful, please. We will be fine.
Of course. And she sort of stands
Thank
up
you
and
for the ice
bows.
cream, by the way.
You're most
I'm
welcome.
sorry, Millie. We're going to have to cut this short.
It's really nice and cold in here.
I know. It's just unfortunately there are some people in this area who really don't like me. Apparently,
Do I get to choose the place of safety, or do you have somewhere you'd like to go?
Ooh, seeing where he takes you is exciting.
well, I think they may attempt to go after Millie.
Well, let's get you both out of harm's way then. And he sort of keeps his arm over your shoulder and reaches out his other hand to Millie, which she looks at it, blushes a bit, and then she'll take his hand.
Millie,
Touched
hold
by
your
an
breath while
angel.
this happens.
Why do I need to? Okay. As the two of you go off to Lucifer's homeland,
Oh no!
We,
Oh, I'm jealous as fuck.
We never
Aw.
get to spend time with Lucifer.
No,
The
we're
question
never
is-
gonna go with Lucy. I always want to go with Lucy. God
Aw.
damn it.
We're gonna have to go
Sitting
another
there.
time.
Gifton Rotgren Greysteel.
Oh, I'm being a mother.
Raziel was looking a little put out as he just got sort of talked down to by Lucifer. And he sort of looks
His
at
now younger brother.
he looks at Turio and goes, I hate to admit it, but he spoke some words that were faintly of a truthful nature.
That's unfortunate because I really wanted him here because I was gonna see if we could arrange for Talon's Prime to have a nice little chat real quick, but I think that's not liable for us to be able. You think Dadriel counts? Does Dadriel count?
As a prime?
Yeah, he counts, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he probably doesn't
But
know
for
how to-
what purpose?
I was just wanting to pass a note to Talon, that's all.
Oh, in that case, maybe not.
I'm thinking that I would want to talk to Talon's Prime
Turiel.
because
You can run something up the chain, can't you, please? I can try.
okay.
Do you want me to take a note or want me to try and fetch a prime?
Are you scared of your Prime? Because this
Yes.
is important for me to know. Are they not? Because I've met Hevos's Prime, and they're a very lovely person. I think that Illin's Prime kind of hates me. Lucian's the only Prime I know other than Dadriel that kind of likes me even a bit.
Andiel is very... doesn't like breaking of procedure.
Oh, so they're not going to be very happy that you're talking to me at all.
I have permission?
Oh, okay. Well, then that's fine then, right?
Yes.
You're not out of order.
No.
Okay. Because
But
you see, I don't actually fall in the line of normal hierarchy. Because I think normally I would go speak to a priest, right? And then a priest would pray, and it would somehow get to an angel.
normally
and then that
it
might
just
somehow get
wouldn't happen.
It just wouldn't. So this is a lot of situations that wouldn't happen. But I
But
know if I go
I have
directly,
I should go up the chain of command internally.
yes, you should. So I'm going to write something. I was going to wait for Carrick, but I think I'm not going to. I wanted to use a calligraphy kit because I thought it'd look nicer if I wrote. Can I just borrow yours? Because you've got good pens, right?
I'm going to be a discorporated energy being when I go to see him.
Okay. So you're saying you can't take a note.
I could, but it's not really necessary. You know, not to say
I
that
made a
my word is theirs, but
promise.
you know the whole word of God concept?
Yes. I made a promise to Talon that I would not speak of a certain matter ever again. The loophole would be that I write it down.
Okay, I will
saying
carry a
that's
note
how this works.
I will carry a note into heaven.
Okay, because I'm Faye, and that's how it works. I use workarounds to get what I want done. I look at her as yell and go, "Do you remember the thing that we said that we wouldn't say ever again?" Because I do.
Frankly, you've lost me a little bit ago.
All right, well, I'm going to take out a piece of parchment, and I'm going to borrow one of Turiel's nice pens, and I'm hoping this counts as me having a calligraphy set.
Yeah, if you want to use Turiel's stuff, which she will offer, she has a fucking exquisite calligraphy set.
All right, well, I will do that.
This is her jam.
I am trying to write as immaculately as I possibly can. Probably the most boring letter possible. That's to be very
so
short.
it's very annoying for you to do because she's sort of over your shoulder and she doesn't like correct you or anything, but you do hear her go sort of.
I am trained with calligraphy, so I do know how to use it. So she's still also a proper scribe, so I understand. So
yeah,
it's also her pen.
You don't need to dip it that much. Little gentler on the quill.
I just listen. You probably shouldn't be reading this. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna write a quick note, and then I'm gonna sand and dry it off and do the whole thing. There's sand everywhere. This is great. And I'm gonna fold this up and give it to hand it to Turiel and go. I understand that it's difficult because of what it is, but it had to be written. I'm sorry.
All right. So.
All right.
Are you sealing it?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, if I can seal it, I won't seal it, because the meaning would be lost on anybody else, and if they want to double check what I'm sending up, they may.
Okay.
So I'm not sealing it.
All right. Okay, you hand it off to her.
I am signaturing it and making it look official, but I'm not going to seal the letter tight.
Okay. All right. She'll take this from you and go. Okay, define post office. Away.
All right, be back quick.
This won't be quick.
Oh, bureaucracy.
Yeah. And she vanishes with a flap of wings.
Which, by the way, since both of them would have seen me write it, I wrote, Talon, I know you have no reason to trust us. I can only tell you at one point you did trust me, at least some, and you promised me the safety of my children. I do not expect that promise to hold over now, but I will give you this, that you should know that I know this, and you should probably take your own steps to secure that no one can use this. And I have written, the red world whirls within the forming dances and trots softly into the night. It's the backdoor key into the vault of the Feywild.
Okay. Very nice.
And I have not said what it is, I have only said.
Did you write that down?
I fucking did. It's been on a sticky note on my monitor for 6 months.
Jesus Christ.
I was ready in case I ever needed to use it.
Wow. Fucking impressive. Okay.
If I don't get a Talon piety today, I'm pissed.
Oh, you're not going to get Talon piety,
Oh, damn
but
it.
someone is going to be taking you a lot more seriously now.
Okay.
-1 to lawn piety.
Yeah.
That person being the GM.
No, an effort. That would
Okay.
require a degree of effort.
I would, but I'm making sure I say that Raziel should recognize it because he was present when that happened.
Yeah.
So he would recognize that, and he will he'll probably have that look of, oh yeah, that.
Once Turiel vanishes, he just lets out a little whistle. Well, somebody's been taking notes.
I'm dumb, but I pay attention. Well, I don't pay attention. I have moments, okay? I have my really good moments.
Less you remembering that, and well, yes, how to utilize it. Bravo, little sister.
Well, I was actually, if we could have gotten the Prime here, going to hand them a big bag of no-no items as well. But I figured that I didn't want that to go fiddling up a chain I have no control of right now.
Yes, a good idea.
I'll hand it over immediately, of course, if they show up. Because in theory, I have no use of that vault now. In theory.
In theory.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you think they know about Dadriel?
Well, it depends how much the rest are saying.
Yeah.
So,
So?
one of your children seems to be haggling.
Yeah, they do. They do.
They don't understand what money is.
They don't.
It's gone up the price 5 times.
They keep changing between silver and platinum, and I don't appreciate that. My sweet dears. That's gonna be a rough adjustment.
I am.
Speaking-
Yes, speaking.
What?
Oh, please.
No, you started. I would
No,
love to hear
you are the one that.
I blustered a bunch. Please speak to me.
All I was going to say is that I am mildly concerned about Lucifer watching over Cassie.
Why?
I don't know. I'm just.
Is that vaguely threatening aura that he seemed to talk about Cassie and her semi-angel status and that little bit of possible anger that went in his eye, that maybe he liked that Prime?
Yes, and
yeah, that's,
frankly,
okay.
I've been getting bad vibes from him since I met him in this time frame.
I mean, he's probably not too happy that you're the 18-winged Adonis that you are right now, and that you know a whole bunch of secrets and things that he doesn't know, and you have all these new friends, and suddenly you're in the limelight, and you look super important, and he's the Prime, and he's
Okay,
supposed to be
point
super
take.
important.
Yes, I am. All right. Okay, so maybe he has some justified jealousy, and it's nothing to be concerned about.
Yeah, I mean, it could be that. I don't know exactly what all you would, but where are you also right now? Why are they hiding you from you and me?
Apparently, Father wants to talk to me. But
Okay.
Not me, you know.
Can we call them little you?
I don't know if I want that or whether I don't want that. I wouldn't like it.
It's
but I like it.
But you like it, right? So little Raz is
no,
out there
I'm going
somewhere.
through enough right now. Let's not.
Oh.
Raz Secundus.
Raz Secundus. They're like my ex-wife now.
Are we married?
No, they used to be my wife, but they're not my wife now.
Oh, yes, Razem, of course.
To be fair, you're my first ex-wife.
Don't say that. No,
Comma,
no.
brother.
Comma brother.
I mean, we had Mother Brother, so
Oh no, sweetie, no, out of that. Oh my god, why did I decide to take them into the bazaar?
A sticky. A sticky.
At least the Heian people seem to enjoy them.
That's- I
How
suppose
many
they're fond
have
of
been wandered off
children,
with so
even
far?
very small children.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Did any of the children get wandered off with yet?
Not yet.
Or attempted?
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of angels watching right now. I have already tried broaching the subject with Hea that she should be turning me over to Talon and Hebos.
I don't like your terminology there.
She is a goddess. I am a mortal. I am currently in contention with various different gods. In order to solve that problem, you would, in theory, normally bring that mortal or creature before the gods as a group and solve that problem. I understand that I'm kind of special and amazing, by the way, but I am still suggesting those things to her because I care about how her world turns out. Because I want her people to be beloved and accepted on all continents by all people, including my kids someday. You know, we're all here. And I trust that it's going to turn out okay.
However, let's not be in a rush to put you before some potentially unhappy gods.
I mean, 4 of them are already on my side. Mind you, there's another 5 that aren't. But, you know, Dadriel's a prime. He counts for a vote, right? So it'd be deadlock.
I suppose we could see them. We wouldn't let anything happen to you.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean, though. Acting like we know everything and we won't budge on it and let them have an opinion isn't really fair. And we should be fair.
Whether I'm more worried about effective than fair.
I know, but it's one of those things that we need them on our side to make this work, right? Because if they think if I was them and let's assume I'm somehow a big supreme being of magnificence, an amazing goddess, mind you. Everyone would love me. But if I was an amazing goddess, right? And another god that I loved suddenly said, hey, so-and-so's crazy. I had a whole bunch of people come back from the past, give me a weird item that changed my memories, and now I know that they're going to do something hecka bad. We should do something about it. I'd go, what did they do to poison you? What happened? Because I'd be suspicious of that.
And
first,
perhaps also maybe slightly worried that if they suddenly bring this oddly suspicious thing in front of them, it's to do something evil to them. So let's wait on their request, perhaps.
Yes, but, you know, I think that Hea needs to be open to the mindset that she needs to play nice with them.
I'll talk to her.
Well,
But I think she is of like mind as me. Which they can burn before anything happens to you.
I understand that, but you know, I still think that we can still smile and sit at the table.
If they ask us to attend on them, we shall.
So, are you gonna stay with Hea now, or are you gonna go back to your dad? I mean, how's this gonna work out?
Don't really know.
Are they going to steal you away from me? Am I going to have to shank somebody?
I think perhaps I will stay here until he looks down at your stomach.
Oh, until breakfast. All right.
He just gives you a tired look.
I know. I wish for breakfast as well. Do you think Cassie's okay? Or Cassie's okay?
I don't know. Where is she even?
I don't know. She said she was at an ice cream parlor. Kids, do you want to go to an ice cream parlor?
Screeching ensues. Including Dingus. He has counted himself as kid in this case.
I am going to pipe up on Angel Radio. Any of the watchers want to know, we're heading to an ice cream parlor, and if you want some, feel free. I'll buy.
Poor perplexed watchers.
Yeah.
Carrick, you were going out looking for Gifton, weren't you?
Yes, I was, because I was supposed
Right,
to deliver a calligraphy gift.
About this time, you will find Gifton.
Hey.
Hello.
Carrick.
Hey, animals. Animals are that way.
Okay,
that.
here's your the calligraphy kit. And
Thank you so much. I desperately need this. You don't even know.
I will be getting it back, correct?
Razem's coming up, pointing at her shirt where Denoran, your Denoran, is literally stuck to it. And she's just grinning. Look, yeah, he hugged the toffee.
That's awesome.
I'm sticky.
Wait, can we get more kids to do that?
I bet you could stick them together.
Yeah.
Dingus is moving from your shoulder to Razem's shoulder, head leaning down, lick, 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 lick. Screeching, giggling child.
We are gonna go get ice cream at one of the ice cream parlors in the area. If you want to come with us, Lucifer
What's that
took
to do with the radio call.
Lucy took Cassie and Millie to safety, I presume. I'm gonna guess they're at the temple. I haven't heard anything yet. Anyway, I have sent Turiel on along with a note from me. I don't suppose that everything's going okay back at the temple.
Still, last thing that I sent you before you had me come out here. It's a ship street diagnostic. Nobody seemed to be having any problems on the way out.
Okay. A lot of the lizard folk stalls and stuff are still open if you want to go check, and I kind of jerk a thumb over towards where I know Carrick wants to go.
Carrick's gonna actually pull out a familiar amulet. I don't think I can take anything through the paradox, so I'm just gonna go and check in, see if Karana's still around, still set up here.
All right. Hey, Carrick.
Yes.
Big hug.
Are you in big or little form? 'Cause I
I'm in
actually
big
don't
form
know.
right now.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna
Gonna
give you a great big
Give her
hug.
a hug back.
We should
gonna
spend
go-
some more time together. You know.
Yeah, with everything going on right now, it's
I know.
Huh?
At least we've got a sunrise coming up, right?
Yep. Yes, we do.
Uh-huh.
Time. Speaking of keen sense, when how long to the sun?
What is it? It's still daytime, so I don't know what time of day it is.
Day right now,
saying,
it's
but-
a
but-
It's
so
about
long
5
till
p.m.
sunset. Okay, so I don't actually know what time.
You guys
sunset
really
is.
haven't slept much.
Yeah, that's been Corvus's biggest
So-
gripe.
What I'm going to say is, you're all going to go about your business, be it visiting Corona, which unfortunately that wagon's not in. Doesn't mean they don't exist because they travel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know. Oh,
It is 10 years later.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're able to get ice cream for you and the kids. You are. You all eventually meet back up at the temple. Apparently, some of your guides get messages, and they go, if you would accompany me back to the temple, and so on and so forth.
What about Cassie?
Yeah, don't worry, I'm getting to that. And you all arrive back at the temple. Sans Cassie. You spend 10 minutes waiting for her because you'll arrive at different rates and so on. But she's a no-show.
I mean, you said Lucifer went to. Should we
Yeah,
maybe radio
yeah.
and say it's time to come home?
Yeah, I'll try that because it's got a several mile radius. This radio effects. I say this because I know this is gonna be hilarious. I don't actually know if it reaches continents. I'm gonna hit the radio. Cassie, where you at?
I mean, you'll hear that. It's quite terrible using this in close proximity to other people.
Oh God!
Yeah,
the-
Cassie,
Because-
are you there?
There is a sudden as your radio picks up your voice coming from everyone else's.
Oh, the best part is all my kids immediately
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Garrett's gonna put his in the bag in his haversack.
The sound inside your bag if I have a second.
Oh, it's close enough. So it's another dimension
Okay.
right now.
Okay,
so-
let's just do regular sending maybe.
However, there is no reply.
Huh. Well, I can't cast regular sending without casting a wish spell, and that was probably going to be a big no-no right now. So, pointing at you guys.
What do you just want her back?
I just want to know where she is and if she's coming back to the temple.
We
Okay.
contact her or Lucifer?
Yeah, which one?
Try contacting Cassie. I bet you she ditched Lucy somewhere.
Cassiopeia, this is Corvus. We want you back at the Heia Temple. How you doing? Where are you? Gifton is word.
Okay. Cassie. This is a unfamiliar Vista. You have landed and Millie has vomited on this strange architectural structure. You appear to be at the top of a immense set of stone stairs. Beneath this sort of canopy, which the top of it is a sort of triangular with raised edges formation that you've not seen architecturally. Looking out from under this, you are clearly on the top of some mountain, although the entire mountain seems to be covered in greenery, leaves of unfamiliar type. Actually, it's all very green. It's really, really green, like bright, vibrant green. There is a faint trailing of mist around you, very, very faint. Doesn't really play your vision that much, but you can notice it. And it's a bit chill up here.
I'm checking in on Millie.
Second
hold her hair
throw
while it
up.
throws up.
Yep.
Good friends hold the other friend's hair.
Yes, it's bad the first time, Millie. It really is. It gets better.
Oh, why? What?
And is Lucifer anywhere nearby?
Yeah, Lucifer's actually just sort of standing at the top of the stairs, looking down, hands behind his back, seemingly just taking in the view, politely ignoring what's happening.
Or so we think.
He's judging.
Sadly, I do not have a decanter of water to clean this up, so I apologize. Where are we?
We are at
'Cause this definitely is not Zaha.
no, this is not Sahar. This is my homeland.
We're not in Barast anymore.
Welcome to Shaoxing. You are currently at the locals call it God's Peak. It's a bit singular, deific, I know, but it's a holy site.
Oh, great. Millie just barfed on a holy site.
I mean, we've done worse.
Yeah.
More importantly,
hasn't.
it would be foolhardy for angels of any other allegiance to tread here.
Okay. Well, we thank you for the removal from that situation. But this is a long ways out of the way.
You wanted safety. I could not
I was
guarantee
thinking-
that to you on Sahar.
I was more thinking putting us in the temple under his purview.
I could not guarantee you safety on Sahar.
All right. So who's the Reaper who has a bad attitude towards me?
I don't actually know.
In fact, everyone.
If any Reapers are still bearing grudges against you, I'm unaware of it.
Well, I can say this: they definitely didn't come after me in the future.
Maybe they're not alive in the future.
I hate to think that. I really do.
We do
It's a
die.
distinct possibility.
You're quite proof of that.
What's that?
You're quite proof of that.
That wasn't intentional.
Intentional or not, it happened.
Yeah, and I tried to talk my way out of that, but Kushiel was having none of it.
Well, all the same, I have whisked you away to safety, so please do relax and enjoy the beautiful view. I can get you some food if you like, or some water. My dear, would you like some water? Millie's just sort of nodding her head. I'll leave you two alone for a moment. And he vanishes.
Very quickly rummaging through pack looking for any sending stones. I'm sorry, Millie. I think I might have gotten us into even deeper.
It's okay, Buster. You don't need to throw up for Millie.
And I'm rubbing Millie's back.
Yeah. She's
Which
just
one?
she's just sitting down now, like, you know, she's sort of gotten it out.
Nothing left.
I don't like that. I didn't. No, that was not nice.
Oh, that is never an easy trip.
Oh, it's sad because all the colorful ice cream came out.
I'll make it up to you when we get back. I promise. I am so sorry.
Okay.
A long 20 minutes.
This
so
has been a
far.
long 20 minutes, Cass.
Oh, yes, it has. It was unexpected, and I'm sorry.
Is that an angel?
Yeah, that's Lucifer.
Why do?
That's the prime of mirrors.
Okay.
He's the biggest of the big of the Mirrors angels.
Why do you know what? She's just covering her face.
I'm an adventurer.
Why is he keeping us safe? What's wrong?
You're an adventurer. That
We've
goblins. Adventurers deal with goblins. Adventurers
Gifton deals with goblins.
fight trolls. Maybe trolls are deadly.
We
We
did
fought a
that.
troll.
Corvus has it in his basement.
At this point, it might be the whole troll again.
I even
rescued
had
on
some. I knew some adventurers that fought some harpies. That's a
We've never
thing.
met a harpy. We did fight a
Apparently,
turtle.
you graduated straight from goblins and trolls to angels.
Yeah, no.
There
Oh,
was a step
Group in.
between
my head
that.
hurts.
There are steps between.
Oh, trust me, there are times where I honestly wish I could get out of this and just go back to carving wood, but unfortunately, if I did, I would be
Tink,
so remiss.
Tink.
Peachy.
Coming up
So text a Mirror's angel.
the stairs.
All right.
Each step, the scythe dragging, then hitting the next step. Tink,
Oh, God.
tink. Cowl covering their face, stepping towards you.
Can Lucifer be in two places at once?
It's
And I don't
mirrors.
have a wide load on me because it wouldn't be safe.
Would not have taken that for a walkabout in town, given the size of it.
No, but I have something else that I don't want to use. Let's see. I'm keeping it between Millie and I, or I'm keeping myself between Millie and.
I like the idea of it between Millie and you.
Gonna grab
All right,
you.
Millie. On 3.
They
Turn it.
stop at the top of the stairs, about 20 feet away from you and Millie. Their one finger points to you, and the scythe tinks on the ground. And then the finger moves to point at Millie, and the scythe moves and tinks on the other side. And then it just starts going back and forth. Tink, 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 tink,
Who are you?
tink.
What do you want?
The scythe pauses, held up. Tink. And her finger points to Millie.
Through me.
Their hood shifts as they clearly sort of tilt their head. You can see an amused smile beneath the cowl. It just seems to say, sure. And then they start to step forward, moving towards you.
Millie,
Yeah.
get away.
She actually starts to back up very hurriedly.
Oh no. He took you to stairs, the greatest enemy of centaurs.
No,
Oh, that's a rope.
Oh.
Jesse, 10 feet from you.
I don't know who you are, but this is not funny in any way, shape, or form. I've given my word I would not hurt any more of you. And you're going to force me to break that.
That smile grows wider. 5 feet. 4.
And
3.
I'm going to pull the sword.
You pull the sword. They are not slowing down. They are actually just marching straight at you at the same speed. 1 foot. They are in your face, Cassie.
And I'm not moving. And I'm not swinging.
You feel the chill pass through your body as they walk through you.
I am not going. I'm charging through them, grabbing Millie, and moving as fast as I can.
Okay. Right, you and Millie start to run.
And in that split second, I am screaming at the top of my lungs in the middle of a Mirror's temple. Mouse!
Okay. You scream at the top of your lungs. But in this moment, that moment between seconds where Emorian angels take the living to the dead, you don't seem to get a reply.
And I'm just going to keep dragging Millie along as
Okay.
fast as I can.
Are you heading for stairs, or are you heading towards the sort of back of this stone plaza?
Back of the stone plaza, away
Okay.
from.
Looks like there is a drop that goes down. It's not a massive drop, maybe 15 feet or so. That sort of goes down into greenery.
Millie? Are you ready for adventure?
No.
Too bad. None of us are. And I'm grabbing her and I'm going over.
Okay. You grab Millie and jump over. She screams as you jump. Are you doing anything to help her with this fall?
Oh, yeah. I'm keeping her level and in the same position I am as we're going down.
Okay. You guys will drop. That is going to be 10 foot of falling damage.
Is there any way to negate that?
Not
Do you have any of the
particularly.
Odie tokens?
You are not a Rogo.
or a monk.
Yeah. have
Unfortunately, floaty tokens take 20 feet to activate.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. And I don't think Millie has one on.
No, but I can fly.
Yeah, but I don't think you can carry her.
Both of you and Millie will take 1d6 bludgeoning. That's you. That's Millie. That's good. Right. You land into the greenery with a sort of, loud crunch and crash. You are on sort of uneven sloping here. Like, this is the unworked top of a mountain that you're currently on.
This has got to be a scene for Millie because she can't probably see the angel that you're trying to run away from. You're just panically moving her away from something. That's what I have to guess because I'm assuming she can't see that angel.
Okay. Cass. Millie cannot run as fast as you. Are you keeping a pace with her, or are you going to run ahead?
I'm keeping her with me.
Yeah, but there's only so
I
much
mean, you have to
dragging
go
you
at her
can do,
speed.
so...
Yeah, no, whatever her fastest pace is that's what I'm keeping up.
Okay.
And if
This will tell you just how little of an adventurer she is. Not only does she not move the centaur's normal 40 feet, she moves 35. She's pudgy.
Little Pudge.
She's
She's a baker.
Yeah,
she's out of shape.
she's out of shape. Right. So you guys are running. Cassie, these are the weirdest trees you've ever seen. They seem to be like these really thin, like oddly like segmented, ridged shoots. That you're now running through. And are you looking back?
At the moment, no. I'm getting her a little ways away
Okay.
because I have formulated an idea of a plan, but we just need to get a little bit further.
Right. You run through the bamboo and bushes and other surroundings, and you can hear the clatter of these bamboo trees collapsing as something slices through them casually, just slowly behind you. It does give you an idea of the following pace. It seems to be matched to yours.
I'm not winded in any way, shape, or form from this.
No.
I'm uttering a prayer. Oh friend, ally of mine, ally of friends. Raziel, the actor, please hear this plea. I am in Shenzhen, near your father's temple, the temple of God, being chased by an Amor angel. I think your brother has betrayed us. If you can help, or even speak to your father to beseech his aid upon us, please assist us for the sake of Millie
Okay.
and those who have not done anything.
Cassie, what is your merest piety?
Well, let's roll.
4.
4. Okay. Please roll me a d20 plus 4. Yeah. All right. There is no immediate reply that you can tell. Whether that message reached or such, you're left alone, unknowing. The terrain is starting to get steeper. I would like you to roll an athletics check. I will allow Millie to do so as well, or you can roll for both of you at disadvantage.
I will roll for both of us at disadvantage.
Okay.
I did set that to a disadvantage.
Very nice. Right, you're able to keep yourself and Millie steady, with sort of clipping against rocks and dips and so on, keeping yourselves upright as you're picking up speed now by the sake of going downhill. Even Millie cannot fight that. In fact, quite the
I'm
opposite.
trying to guide her through the
Yeah.
process of leaning into it as we go down.
And yet, even as your speed picks up, that slice, the occasional tink against stone, seems to maintain the same distance.
Wait, I don't know who this is. Millie, I'm sorry. I don't know if you can see what's going on.
I have no
I
idea.
apologize about that.
I've no idea. She's trying to reply while, yeah, she cannot keep an even speaking while rushing downhill.
Yeah,
She's
okay.
shaking her
Yeah,
head
that's
wildly.
dangerous for
Yeah.
horses too.
Okay, so quick lowdown. There's an angel that doesn't like me and is trying to get you because of it. You can't see them because they're hiding from you. I can see them. I don't know why, but just stay with me and I'll try to keep you safe. I'm trying to get us out of this.
Cassie.
Hmm.
Things were still. That became quickly apparent. You didn't feel a movement of breeze unless you were running. You couldn't hear any animals, even though you'd been hearing them before. It quickly becomes apparent, things are paused. However, now you are starting to hear the very slow rush, the creaking of sort of swaying bamboo starting to pick up, and appearing before you. You've never seen an angel actually appear before. It's always instantaneous. They're in your vision. You are seeing an unfurling of wings and light. A brightness appearing at first, the shape of wings emerging from it, starting to unfurl, and you realize you are watching an angel appear in slow motion. And it must be so goddamn slow motion for that instantaneous act to be visible. But appearing in front of you, their body sort of forming out of this light, is Lucifer. And once they are fully formed, the swirl suddenly rushes back into motion. And immediately, Lucifer is rushing past you.
Screaming as we go past. Not safe!
Are you going to let him handle it? Keep going?
Yeah, now that things have sped up again, I'm uttering the prayer again and just keeping Millie going with me.
You
Okay.
keep bad talking Lucifer when Lucifer just showed up to help you?
No, I'm dropping that part.
Okay, because you said you were saying the prayer.
But I
Play
don't know
that
who
last
this-
part there.
Yeah, I'm re-uttering the prayer to Raziel.
Okay. Alright. Cassie. Actually, first I should address the entire rest of the gang.
Mhm.
Raziel's eyes go wide. And he is instantly holding his hands out in a very familiar fashion.
What's up?
Now, grab.
Grab.
Hey,
RG's
Oh,
going to quickly
wanna grab his
offload
hands?
kids to wife.
Yeah,
Grab his
Echo,
hand.
stay
Yeah.
with Archie's kids. And Marissa.
Kids get
Alright.
yeeted.
Okay.
No, you did just like very quickly going.
Everyone
Oh,
forming
so
the hand
Raziel-
circle.
Yeah, Raziel Express.
Okay. You all move. Cass, as your prayer is finished, uttering a few seconds later, unfamiliar figure appears in front of you. They appear to be of a ethnicity you've never seen before. She is wearing a rather beautiful, maybe silken. Frankly, it looks like a bathrobe to you.
mm-hmm.
How
Far away are they?
they appear like 10 feet off to your left. And then a few seconds after that appears Raziel and the rest of your companions. Everyone, you're landing on a sloped surface, and there are two centaurs barreling towards you. Make of that what you will.
Do we at least recognize the two as who they are?
I'm gonna dive
Yeah.
off to the side.
Yeah.
Going too fast. Can't slow down.
Okay, right.
Try.
You know what? I'm gonna ask for another athletic check to put on the brakes because this is difficult.
Yeah, it is hard for horses to do this.
That's why I said can't slow down.
Oh no, poor Millie's got to make one.
No, I'm letting Cass roll a disadvantage for it. Okay. You're able to brace Millie and sort of skid yourselves a good 60 feet down the slope from where you started to even trying.
Millie's probably got that big lathering horses get when they run too much.
Yeah. Yeah. The strange figure that is here as well seems to be staring directly at Raz. Raz is staring directly back at them. Those with true sight to see the similarity to what Raziel's aura used to be.
It's little Raz!
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call both of you.
This small female figure smiles at you, Gifton, before they start rushing up the slope, as does your Raziel.
Well, I'm gonna run up the slope too.
Be careful.
What?
There's an more angel that's chasing Millie.
Millie.
Wait, Raz, you can't be involved in this.
Which one?
Both.
Why not? They both sort of are.
You're not supposed to be here, and you're supposed to be a demon.
Trade's over. The smaller Raz says.
Smaller Raz.
Yeah. She's a very small, slight girl.
I'm gonna continue chasing my ex-wives.
Yeah.
Corvus will go to Millie. This may feel weird, but it's going to protect you. Just keep behind us.
Anyone have a weapon that isn't this thing? Please.
RG is going to mutter for a second and pull out Thaldir's hammer and hand it to Cass.
Cass is looking at it going,
hammer.
okay. I'm putting the bad sword away.
Why do
It's
you
a
still
plus one.
have that?
Seemed fitting to still use it.
No, the
sword.
bad sword. I thought we put everything back in the vault.
Not everything I put back.
God damn, everybody's not good about putting shit back.
Evidently,
put mine back.
Gifton's the only one who
If I can
puts
get
things
Campus
away.
back, I'll happily put it away, but I need something as a backup, even if it's a one-shot thing.
You're not keeping that. That belongs in the vault. That belongs in a museum.
It doesn't belong in existence. And
Are you
both know
debating
it.
while moving or?
No, I'm still running
Yeah.
up this hill. I'm just saying, out of character.
I'm keeping near Millie.
Okay. All right. So basically, they go out of earshot for you.
Why
Yes.
did,
Yeah,
why
yeah.
did the
Going up also.
Raziels run off?
There's an more angel chasing us.
And where are we going?
Are
or we
you
dealing
running with the group,
it?
Corvus, or are you staying with Cassie? Because you cannot have this conversation if you're doing.
Oh, right. Yeah. Cassie is staying put at a location.
She's staying
Yeah,
with
I'm
Millie, who
protecting
cannot do that
Yeah.
run.
I can combat angels, but I think I can be better served to protect Millie. What do you want me to do, Cass?
Well, it sounds like you've stayed
We
behind.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
again, you
Stayed
couldn't
to
have this
protect
conversation if you were running.
Yeah, if you hesitate, you stayed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those that are running up the hill. Actually, I'd like Cassie and Corvus. Are you taking up any particular position around Millie, or?
Oh yeah, Cass is pacing around, swinging her eyes everywhere. She's in high state of alert.
You keeping watch as well, Corvus?
Yeah.
Perception checks on the both of you, please.
No, I think I'll just turn off the disadvantage.
Okay. Very nice. Right. You are keeping good eyes. You're pretty sure things aren't going to catch you off guard. Those that are running up the hill. You see it a distance away. Lucifer is kneeling. You can see a sort of light silhouetting his body, and he seems to be clutching his stomach. And standing over him is the Emorian angel.
Can we see without?
No!
I have to ask this because I don't have it. Okay.
Yes, you can see this.
Okay.
Yeah. The Emorian angels looked like they were preparing to swing, but they paused, seeing you all come up. And they sort of lower their arm just a little bit and hold a hand up as if to say halt. And there's that very much implied threat of, I finish my swing if you don't.
I pause.
I'm gonna pause.
The Raziels,
Good idea
after
as
a
well.
couple of moments, pause. And they incline their head a little bit as if to say, very good. And then they will, slowly reach up and pull their hood down. And this just appears to be a really average human face. Brown-haired, brown-eyed, nothing particularly distinguishing of this woman. Certainly not a face that any of you are familiar with. And they just smile and goes, I have no desire to strike one of my own down. So we'll call this a day, yes?
Ask who you are.
You can. I am justice flows so wrongly struck down. My name is Puriel,
That's who I thought.
and I am deaf. Tell her to make good on her last days. And with a flap, they vanish. The smaller Raz, seemingly intent on trying to pursue, vanishes as well. The older Raz, a bit more patient, just sighs. And
I'm gonna rush over to Lucy.
you can rush over to Lucy. And Lucy grimaces as you sort of come up beside him, and it's fine, just a small
No,
Wound.
no.
Don't repeating attack me, please, not with MPW.
Repeating attack. I'm gonna hit him with the heal.
I'll do this too.
Right.
I'm a life cleric, so
you're
take
fine,
some
bud.
love. I don't know what all I do, but life cleric bullshit.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Things are happening.
know.
Stop
Why divination
divination
got
does
cast?
not help right now.
I was also gonna cast.
Yeah.
All right. You're both
found out
feeling.
that stuff comes-
Yeah, I'm gonna heal.
There's my.
Right. You are
I'm just-
able to
Wow,
easily
I
patch
rolled
up his
that
mortal
one.
form. Something he probably could have done himself, but he seems to appreciate the gesture.
Listen. It's either I can res you or I can do this. This is about as good as it gets. Don't make me res angels.
Thank you.
It's very taxing.
Are the centaurs okay?
A
They're
bit gruffy
frazzled.
and frazzled. Where are we?
Raziel,
Very pretty.
Raziel looks to you and goes, Shaosheng, my homeland, our homeland.
Oh, it's really nice
Yes,
here. Why don't we ever go nice places like this?
Oh, we're here now. Welcome, everybody. I thought they would be safe here.
Oh, Lucy, you brave son of a bitch.
I was gone for a second, and next thing I know, they'd moved location and didn't account for the whole Emorian slow down nonsense.
The Morian angels slow things down. If I'm completely unaware of what the fuck is going on.
We showed up after it.
Yeah, I know we showed up after it. I've never seen it happen. So Mm. Well, thank you for defending them. Oh, are you gonna be okay?
Didn't Imperial do that for at one point when we were talking with her in Darkman?
Not to
No,
us.
she's only
She
done
did
it
that
with
to all
those
the
that.
dead people.
Yeah.
We
Look,
were caught in
It's
it,
a
but we
big
didn't know about
no
it.
to use that stuff with the living.
Mhm.
This is for actually Nauticus. Yes, I didn't actually realize they could do it when not collecting a soul.
I think
Um,
she was
They
trying.
were tempting.
Guess we found out something. Shit, that's Puriel?
That's
He
what
he looks down at his
said.
stomach, like touching where he was wounded, and goes, "That was a Watcher."
Yeah, I met Puriel one time in our other time.
No more than Matt.
How did a Watcher strike me? he seems incredulous.
It
Uh,
seems there's more than to her than just being a watcher. It seems.
seems she's in a very bad mood.
A Watcher.
Hmm,
I'm
I mean,
a Prime,
I
an
wonder.
Archangel.
I'm a cherub, so I mean, there's that.
What?
Mortal.
Congratulations on your mortality. I am not familiar with the concept applied to myself, and I don't like to confront it. Not
No,
coming from
no.
a Watcher of all things.
Anything can kill someone, but enough thought into it.
I don't want them to hurt you.
I am going to squash her.
No.
What?
No.
She's trying to kill one of your friends.
Puriel has died one time.
What?
Maybe that was enough. This time,
long
maybe we can
thing
find a
don't
way to let her off a little easy.
I mean, to be fair, she's not really dead anymore, so.
I mean,
she was supposed to be like the sweetest,
at this point,
kind,
she still is.
going through grief
I mean-
right now.
Theoretically, she might not
She's
be a
pre-dead.
feeling.
Listen, me and Raz had a lot of guilt about what happened with her. More me.
Raphael's
So
frowning,
I'm
and then
going-
goes, "This doesn't make sense sequentially."
What do you mean?
She's stronger than she should be, isn't she?
Which Raziel is saying that? By the way?
This
The
is the
one Raphael
modern one.
remaining, your Raz.
Modern. Yeah, modern Raziel.
Little Raz ran off.
Okay.
This isn't... So again, shaky on the time thing, but I believe we had I had foreknowledge of you all, so I believe your original trip back was always part of our knowledge, which means it should have been part of Puriel's knowledge if she was like this.
Yeah.
This hasn't just happened, has it? She's been harboring this grudge for a while, it seems.
10
1,000 years.
So
That was
10
just nuts.
so 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years.
Yes.
What, did she forget about it?
I mean,
I-
after 10,000 years, maybe, I mean, she wouldn't have known what Cassie looked like, right? So nobody would have known what Cassie looked like. Nobody was there to see
Nobody was there
Cassie.
to see it. How does she even know?
No, somebody
Right.
had to say that Cassie is a Neph.
Enough.
Thing.
Is everything that
You can
we're
say it,
doing
the gods are
now-
quite aware of what she was and is. Alarms are
Yeah,
off.
But that means that either the gods openly said what she is, and it's trailing. I haven't been listening to the angels very
Wait.
good.
Could
She's-
how often
I've
do the
heard
Watchers
nothing
go-
on Angel Radio about this.
How often do the Watchers?
Wait, Lucy knew
go
about
back?
it. Lucy, you said it earlier when we were in town. How did you hear about it?
Which part?
That Cassie was a Nephilim.
Father.
All right, and do others know?
I mean, I'm sure that the other primes of the respective deities informed are aware. At this point, that should...
Oh no! Immor's Prime is dead, so somebody else is Immor's Prime right now. And if Immor told Immor's Prime, all those angels of Immor are probably holding a major grudge. And they would probably be whispering about it. Oh, and Yamiel probably thought what I did to their dad was kind of creepy.
I
Who
hate
is
that
Amor's
makes some sense.
Prime?
Oh
Who
no.
is Amor's Prime right now? Do you know?
Hmm?
Lucifer.
Oh, he hasn't elected a new prime yet.
Oh, that makes that even worse because it means he probably had to tell more people.
Could, out of character, if I need to check, that's fine. Who is the modern Amor Prime? Like for our time.
Have I told you guys?
I don't think we have.
I didn't think we knew.
Okay, in that case, I will ask for a religion check.
We had Kushiel, Yamiel, Imperial, the only Amorian angels we have in the docket.
Well,
So you
check.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, okay, then, sure, I guess. If you demand it, hang on, I actually have to open up a specific file to get my prime names.
Okay, it was.
I don't know it off the top of my head.
You know it's a name. And it's not,
it was
Murder Yell.
It was not Puriel.
And it was not Puriel, no.
Okay.
Stevie L.
So
No, because Puriel and Yamiel are both watchers.
This is very out of character. If Speary hitchhiked with us, why couldn't Puriel hitchhike with
Puriel was dead. He's the one that died, remember?
That was the one that.
And she was perfectly okay with us in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a
Until
change.
she died, at least.
This is a change, though, so it makes sense that she would have changed if she had been informed information about us. So. Because in the future, nobody knew what Cassie looked like, but now they do.
Yeah, everything we've done since we got back with Traveler is severely messed up everything.
Oh, hey, look, it's one of the non-EL names.
What?
Yeah, and they exist. Shunmai would be the modern one.
Okay.
Can you type that, please? Because my brain is not parsing how to spell that.
Shunmai. All right.
Okay.
Let's get Lucy back down there. We should regroup just in case they decide to come barreling back in at a centaur.
You said it was following. Cass said it was following her, right? On the radio call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My guess is they didn't know which one was which.
Which centaur?
Yeah, if you just know it's a centaur and you see two.
Maybe. But
I mean, being frightfully polite.
Why don't we regroup with everybody so we can talk about this as a group? I'm gonna offer to help Lucy up, even though I know Lucy don't need no help from no moral teacher. But I'm gonna kindly offer
He smiles politely as he accepts your help.
Yeah. Oh, both my brothers have been kind of in mortal danger from Puriel now. Oh.
I mean, the other one was more of being found, and then he murdered the absolute fuck out of her.
I mean, it's just showing more and more that it's a good thing she died, I guess. Out of character, not in character comment.
No, I don't want to have that in character. Yeah, just gonna help him down the hill.
Okay, Corvus and Cassie, the rest of your friends rejoin you. Lucifer amongst them, and he actually looks at you, Cassie, and puts his hands up and goes, "I'm very sorry. Not a traitor, just a little outmatched."
Nobody said you were a traitor.
That's very sweet that you think that.
What?
I'll be back in a moment. My alarms are going off.
Oh no.
I know.
Puriel's coming for you.
Mildly appropriate, but yes.
Yeah.
I need to go check that laundry.
Would anybody object to me getting another friendly prime on protection detail?
Sure, if you want to. hate to say it though, I don't want to really scare Hea with this because she gets
Yes.
very unangel friendly around
L-
us.
Lucifer nods and goes, "That's exactly why I'd want to get a very disconnected prime in.
Who are you looking at?
Uh, it would be Tamari's prime, Gabrielle.
Oh, that would be really nice. I haven't gotten to meet them ever. Are they? Oh, it's Zabriel. Okay.
Sabriel, what's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I was just out of character. I looked at my notes and saw Jugiel was a different name. So I was like, wait, I don't know if this is prime or not. I just have a name. So I was like, okay. So Zabriel. That's a really lovely name.
Cass
I
thinks to think that the focus is on Millie now. The Amorian angels seem to be moving for aggression against her, not Cassiopeia herself.
yeah. I could get Dadriel over too. I don't know if that's probably unwise, right? I'm looking to Lucy. I'm like I'm banking everything on what you say is right at this point because
Oh, that's a
you're
big
more
mistake.
connected.
But
I trust your counsel entirely.
frankly, get the best protection you can. Bring in your resurrected prime.
All right.
I'm passing up. Do you want to stay here? I can ask Father for permission for some visitation.
We are supposed to be back on Hea's continent for sunrise the next day. Cassie, are you okay? Well, what all happens? Because
First, we get Millie someplace safe.
well, this is safe as any place is.
Frankly, it's as safe as anywhere is not being directly next to a god, and again, I don't think Kaya should know about this, otherwise she'll get smitey.
Do you want me to see if Ilan would guard dog the two of you?
If we can get her back to the...
Oh no, actually that would be very bad, because if Ilan finds out about this, I'm never seeing the sun again.
Let's not get any gods in particular involved beyond asking Father for permission, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Cass, to let you know, Lucy said he was going to try to get a prime for guardianship, and Gifton offered Dadriel as well.
Okay, well, what happened was we were heading through the streets with our guide, and I started catching sight of various angels hanging around.
I think I'm dying. Oh.
Millie, you're okay?
Come out.
She's not dying, she's just...
I'm gonna hand Millie my this decanter.
She's drinking.
Speak this word, it'll give as much water as you need.
Slow down.
We're heading
Ice cream.
around. We're trying to decide what we want to do. And Millie mentioned she was feeling hot. So our guide suggested an ice cream shop. So we went, and the scythe wielder started trailing us and was making sure they stayed just in my periphery vision. And
so
they were being
threatened you?
They were making sure I knew
they
were there.
So they were seeing which one of you could tell they were there. Oh, that's smart.
Well, we got to the ice cream shop, and we were sitting down enjoying the ice cream, and then the angels started walking by, dragging the scythe. And I essentially asked them, just flat out, if they wanted to come and talk and join us. And they just kind of glared at me, and that's when I called for help and mentioned Millie. They looked over at Millie and got this very sadistic smile on their face.
Oh no.
And
I mentioned.
And at that point, that's when I asked for someone to pull us out, because I had this feeling they were going to come after us. So we get here. Millie unfortunately had the travel side effect,
Oh,
and Lucifer gladly stated that they were going to go get something for us for refreshments, and in that split second he left, they showed up and basically told me that they were going to take Millie.
okay.
That doesn't fit what they set up above.
I think whoever that is going after Millie to get to me.
Yep.
I mean, that stands to reason.
They're probably trying to get you to fight. I mean,
Which
technically, as a mortal, they can probably take her if they really decide to, and they'll get a little slap on the wrist. But if they touch you right now, they're in trouble. But if you swing first,
I was blustering. I was doing what I can to get them to stand down, and they refused.
They didn't know
need
what
you
you.
to swing,
Yeah.
they're trying to
They
get
need
you to
you
bluster.
Yep.
to
Well, I wasn't
strike.
even thinking of that. I made a promise to Yamiel that I would not go after any of his kind anymore.
Yeah.
Well, Puriel's
And
looking to
that's what
take your
they're
head right
trying
now.
to do.
So, unfortunately, I took Millie on an adventure.
20 minutes.
I'm sorry.
20 minutes.
Oh, sweetie, I'm so
No.
sorry.
Insane.
Yes, we
Papa.
are all very insane.
All right. So you've got possibly Tamari's Prime coming. We'll get Dadriel. Do we want to hang out here for a bit? Do we want to go back to Zahat? We have to pick what we're doing.
Oh, if we're here, Raziel, Lucifer, might I suggest you show them the amphitheater up there? It's actually quite beautiful.
There's an amphitheater?
And Cass points all the way up the mountain.
Oh,
Not going back. Not going back up.
I
Oh,
hate
no,
that.
we're not going back.
You are staying right here.
No,
That was a
let's-
long way down.
You sit here in
Even
the
for me,
grass.
that was a long way down.
Would you like
that's
me to take
fine.
you somewhere else, my dear? Lucifer sort of says, holding a hand out to Millie, and she just goes, no, not again.
Possibly a bedroom or something.
I live-
Evidently.
I live here now. She just sort of like crosses her arms, laying her head on the ground.
I will. I think it's best if when we go back that maybe
Either
either
we
Gift
take
and
her
or I.
through- go
Incoming,
via-
no panic.
Which person said that?
Lucifer.
Lucifer.
I would suggest
Okay.
going via circle or the ew way.
Well,
We're not going the EU way, not with Millie.
What?
God.
Circle.
What?
Okay.
What? Why do we ignore the
So-
perfectly capable dude? I'm a dude.
I was just say tree.
Oh, right, trees.
Tree.
The
And
Gifton,
point.
these trees look very skinny.
Oh, but they're pretty, and I
They are
like them.
pretty, but they're very skinny.
There
You always try
is
to find the
Doesn't treat
biggest
it really
tree.
matter.
the sound of fluttering wings.
Corvus snaps up.
Well,
No one appears to be in vision.
I have to always check this because I never know what's my range.
Hello.
60-foot blind sight. Anything?
I will let you have a perception check because of it.
Okay.
I'm assuming 10-foot doesn't do anything for that.
No, 10-foot will not do it.
No, they're right in front of you, Archie.
I mean,
True sight
within
do
10 feet,
anything?
still a fair range.
no,
Nope.
blind sight is the difference.
Okay,
D&D.
so
Divine beings
Tamari's
are hard.
angel is also a prime and a ninja.
Ninja.
And as Carrick will soon find out, seems to be very, very good at being hidden.
They're a peeper.
Where's my where glitter dust? That's right. The spell doesn't exist anymore. I don't think.
All right. Well,
Sabriel,
Um.
no games, please. It is a tense situation. There is another flutter of wings, as if they're just using that to move closer.
uh-huh.
And lounging right by Millie, also laying down with her, is
God, that's
an incredibly scantily clad, fox-eared, fox-tailed lady who has a
Did I?
very voluptuous figure.
Uh-huh.
Um,
I look over at Lucifer, look over at this tribe, and I go, she's flirting with you. That's why she's playing games.
yeah, she does that. He
Can you
says
blame her?
she is incredibly pale-skinned, has the darkest hair you've ever seen, and bright red lips.
Oh, so Goth Fox got it.
Did I? Out of character, or technically in character, did I
She's a
see her
porcelain
when
beauty.
I met
Yep.
Tamari? I don't remember if I saw any angels up there, or if it was just Tamari when I met her.
It was just Tamari.
It was
Okay.
just Tamari.
I think
I'm
there
going
may have
to,
been a messenger angel as well, but it was just Tamari.
I'm going to
Yeah.
do the appropriate thing and prostrate appropriately for a mortal being meeting an archangel that doesn't know me any better and probably won't like me. So make sure to do proper bows and shit like that. You honor us.
Give
That
it a bow.
I do. Oh, look at you. And you. Oh, you're all quite a collection, aren't you? Even you've got a sort of handsome metal charm. She sort of gestures to you, Telday.
I was wondering which version she was at the end.
Nod.
I like tall, dark, and brooding there, she says, pointing at Corvus.
Oh,
Tall.
hey, cut off
Yeah.
your damn horn, and I am tall.
I don't count the horn as part of my height.
She looks at Millie, who's sort of staring at her a little wide-eyed. Then Sabriel just sort of grins, winks an eye, and goes, "Love handles, like it." And she starts to get up.
Millie or the Fox Angel?
The Fox Angel. So I'm to be extra protection.
If you would consent, thank you.
You owe me a favor, Lucy. Yes, I owe you a favor.
Ooh, get a date.
Oh, I'm thinking about it. You always try to dodge out of those, though.
No, that's why it's a favor then. You can't get away from it.
You're very cute. You're the one that's, oh, look at you. And she sort of comes over, and she is doing the hands to the stomach, uninvited.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, they're gonna be so big and strong.
Mm-hmm. This will
My
be
kids would
very
love you.
strange. They're all very uproarious about that up there. A mix of excitement, trepidation, fear.
Oh.
Not knowing what's gonna happen.
I need to be
So-
south of the moon.
Oh, is she?
Mm-hmm.
You know, she gave me a checkup before we left, and looks a little sad. Like, I guess she probably doesn't want to see me like that now, huh?
She said he wants to see you. Positive votes going so far, I have to say.
Oh, that's good. That's
a
good.
thing.
Can I ask a question with all these angelic beings around us at the moment?
She sort of moves over to you, Corvus, and drapes an arm around you. Oh, please.
Okay.
I like because of her voluptuousness and the lack of outfit, like the boob like comes in slow motion
Uh-huh.
It's a
after.
good thing Echo's not here.
Yep.
Echo would be jealous.
Given,
Corvus, you have been introduced to the concept of side boob.
Yep.
Yes.
Given that there is an immortal angel running around trying to kill a mortal that seems to be unjustified, is that like against the, I don't know, tenets of them? Is there a
Unfortunately,
thing of rogue angels?
They haven't done
Unfortunately-
anything yet other than strike Lucifer.
well, that and they kind of get to say in mortality.
Yeah.
I mean, they do kind of get to decide when we die, right? They pick us up. I think only another Amor angel could really do anything about that.
Lucifer closes his eyes and just goes, "Do you remember Albrecht is spared? And Faldir was taken at the decision of an Emorian angel.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was.
Huh.
But this is a
Angels that
vendetta.
actually-
The same
This is a
Emorian
vengeance.
angel, in fact.
Yeah.
This isn't like mortal injury and then the mortal angel comes. This is preemptive. This is
They could
premeditative.
decide your time is up.
And how is? All right, that
I'd-
is very.
I mean, to be fair, I could decide your time is up, but I'm not as justified.
we
'Cause I
can
don't deal
all
in death.
decide our times are up. Yes,
Mhm.
we are capable of that, but these are beings that think they are
Beyond
above it.
the discussion of whether this is justified or not, I don't think the rest of the Emorian angels will stand for it, especially not with Emor's word put in.
And
However-
can we get that started?
What do you think we're doing right now? Remember, we
have-
don't need to focalize our discussions to
And,
you.
Also, this is more or less just making sure everybody stays safe while that stuff is going on. Because I think Lucy said something about the fact that they can stop time and do something, and we wouldn't be able to react.
They don't so much stop time as stretch it.
Oh, that was not a fun period. That was not fun at all.
Oh,
Still, I am here to keep you all delightfully safe. And some other friends. Don't worry, we've got them scattered about. If she approaches, oh no.
oh, I feel so loved.
Of course, I love you all so dearly.
Thank you very much.
This is Fox Lady or Lucifer?
Fox Lady.
Okay.
Lucy don't love us like
And
that.
Carrick, she seems to have been saving you.
Mm.
Because she finally deigns to look upon you. And she doesn't try to hide like the slow run of her tongue over her lips. The sauntering, swaying step towards you.
This is obsessive.
Out of character, she's just like her mother.
Mhm.
And
Very similar to something he's dealt with already.
the arms not fully embracing you, just like the sort of forearm/wrist draping onto your shoulders. And she just goes, and you ask and I'll do anything.
Nah.
Come on.
I mean, Corvus. Everybody
It's
loves
never
Carrick.
ending with them.
She
She glances out of her shoulder to you, to you, Corvus, and just goes, "Don't worry, I'm willing to spare you some time as well."
Arju's just gonna let him go.
holsters
So, I mean, of course,
He
he's never
holsters the
at him.
revolver.
Wait, did you just say you pulled a revolver?
No,
He holsters.
holsters. Holsters.
Okay, my
Yeah,
brain.
Arju's still never
I've got time for you. Oh, no, you don't.
Look at him.
I always heard Tamari angels know how to have the best times.
How about you, dear renegade demon? Not demon, she says, looking at Raziel.
He's in a fun state.
That's my brother.
Mm-mm. I'm sure you love him dearly.
Ex-wife.
I do.
Good. Why don't you flap along and talk to Heya and see if she'll let a flock of angels in. You don't have to tell her what's going on, but I don't think standing around in the forest is the best.
Yes. Which
We probably ought to get back to Zaha, because if we don't, Hea and Ilan will notice that I'm not hanging around with Zaha.
I don't want to travel like that again.
one of us
Aww.
will take you. I'm gonna look around to see if there's because I figure by now we know the effects of the tree stride. Is there a tree big enough?
Ooh.
I just need a large tree. It doesn't have to be wide.
Bamboo.
Yeah, but I'm looking for a tree.
But that's not the
tree.
only thing here.
I can also do any shrubs and bushes.
Yeah.
Shrubs and bushes.
There
if you
is
want to.
big enough shrubbery here, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna motion over to one. Gifton, yours is probably the
Calm.
easiest on the stomach.
Of course, of course. May the majesty of the mutant creature that I am help you.
I'll go give her a heads up. Raziel said, pinching his brow and then vanishing.
Hopefully she doesn't get tackled by a unicorn.
And
that
by
goes to
the
another route.
grandness of a horrible amalgamation of fae and angel and mortal, I give you tree travel. And yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. Right, you can open it up and quickly getting people to filter through. Millie a little more shaky.
Is it Gabrielle, right?
Gabrielle, yes.
Is she not using it?
She's not using it, no.
No, I thought it was.
I'm just beckoning as I go through the portal.
Want to fly with me, my dear? She says, he's looking at you, Carrick.
I think that would be a wonderful time.
Ooh.
Carrick?
Yes.
She is gonna go, hold me then. She holds out her hand.
Okay.
Right,
And then
cool.
she is going to jump into your arms.
Okay. That works.
Yep.
I can hold her. for
Arms
sure,
looping
so-
around your neck, wings unfurling, and you travel.
We're gonna try to keep the peace this time because last time Tamari didn't go as well.
Corvus, Lucifer's just giving you a look of, she's a lot, I know, before he too vanishes.
It's just whatever.
Right. As everybody everybody
You ship everybody.
reappears in Sahar.
First time she's shipping me, possibly.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know if she's shipping. So
It's not the first time.
Is,
What-
Talia. Talia finds out that ship is sunk.
Where in Sahar did you want to travel, Gifton? What?
I
Prompt.
was going to drop us at a plant in town because I'm pretty sure I've no.
Do
a
you
tree in
want
town.
to use granddaughter's little garden?
It wouldn't exist yet. That's 100 years in the future.
It might exist.
I know, but I might not know the plants.
That's
that live
true.
There.
Okay.
So I'll just
in that
go
case,
for
you go for a
something-
random little garden. There's a few in the
Yeah.
city.
Yeah, there's a. I would have seen something
Yeah.
while I was running around earlier today, so I'll just drop us there.
We show up at the community garden.
Thankfully, it's daytime, and frankly, the lizard folk don't tend to give a shit about the greenery stuff. So the garden's fairly empty.
for food.
Yeah. You appear there, and immediately the angels sort of find you and regather.
Oh, she brought you back. If I was her, I would have just kept you.
And you're gonna set her down, Blackheart.
Yes, I am
Right.
going to carefully set her down.
She.
Thank you for the ride.
Thank you for the ride.
You are very welcome.
Maybe we can,
No.
Have another ride in future.
We can see.
She.
Gift and plushies.
She smiles. She squeezes one of your buttocks as she moves away.
Unfortunately, Garrick is far more used to that than most people think.
And then she is immediately wrapping her arms around one of Millie's arms. And she's sort of leaning and going, you, I'll be sticking to you. Keeping you just safe and sound.
Oh no, she's gonna be like Gifton's kid and literally taffied to the
Millie,
floor.
wide-eyed.
Oh, this is gonna be. I didn't even think about that. That's great.
Wow.
Right.
Gifton just is gonna arbitrarily take her carp out, start playing. Can you feel the love tonight?
Right. Is there anywhere in particular you guys would like to head in town?
We're probably heading to the temple like
Okay.
good little children should.
Nope, we're getting
Good
Millie
idea.
her ice cream first.
What?
She did say ice cream before we left.
Okay, fine. We'll get her ice cream.
You can send us a priest for ice cream.
Or even one of us can get it
Yeah.
for her.
Yeah.
You all
Lead her to the temple.
I want to talk to Luther, and then I want to go to bed.
you all start heading towards the temple, and that is where we are going to end this session.
That's
Because
what I
I
thought.
haven't
Yeah.
slept physically in I don't know how much long.
Oh,
I thought you had gone over the need to sleep.
No, I still need to sleep. I just regenerate
And
with my
we will
head
do
comes
this
off.
same time next week.
I'm not here next week.
Yes, I was going to say, schedules start to get wonky for a lot of people. If people can just message me the dates they're away so I can at least plan around it, like try and get characters into positions.
I think a lot of it's in the announcements channels right now.
Yeah. I may have something, but I'll know more
Not
on
in the Tarnstead
Wednesday.
announcements.
I can see both Cass's and mine.
Yep.
Oh,
Cass
that's
has
further
been-
up. Okay, cool.
Yeah, they
You
notified us
want it
last
in
month.
there or message?
Because I'm really lazy, can you message it to me? Just so,
Absolutely.
It's probably easiest to have both.
yes.
Yeah. And like I said to you, I will have more information on Wednesday.
Yeah.
What
Alright.
my plans are.
Everyone take a cool 3,000 experience points. Everybody take a point of piety.
Yeah.
And we do this same time next week. Ta-da!
Random piety.